Because I definitely been had that one car. You gotta do like,
man, bro.
Getting people to work in the morning, getting back and getting to school,
Trying to get some niggas up in here real quick.
Oh. How far you get in Expedition 33?
I ain't played in a while.
There you go.
I probably feel like I'm playing.
Okay.
I don't think I played for more since the last time I was playing. I'm trying to think.
Trying to get some people up in here already. So. Oh yeah. Like, is he gonna be able to do that even on here? While we doing that? All right, bet. Get some folks up in this house. Yeah, what up, big sis Chris? Happy Memorial.
Oh, it is Memorial Day weekend pod, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. Oh, you already went live. That's what we could have named it Memorial. We could have literally named it. I mean, would it change if you change it when you share it?
That's a good question.
Oh, they know. I mean, they never in here, they always gonna be in the room. Hey.
It should be on the ground. Hold on, give me 1 second. No, it's the plug for the monitor. What just happened?
Was that something? Wait, what did you say? Oh, bro, you're speaking Japanese.
Change that back to 2.
It's on 2.
Since the camera went out.
Your camera?
Yeah, it's black.
Oh, then maybe they got bumped or something.
Is the camera on?
It's on. Yeah, it's on.
All right, give me 1 second.
Was it basketball sounds?
I think that's good. You hear that too, right?
Yeah, like.
Somebody's phone.
I just
turned it back on.
I didn't see the red light either, so I don't think it was.
Well, I saw right here.
Like, now that I see that.
Yeah,
That's it. But it's green. So
yeah, that's because the camera was off.
So, but I saw red. That's why I don't know why I thought red.
You probably thought red is in the recording, which is what it's. You said, like I said, I definitely didn't see that red on the front of the camera. I thought you couldn't see that red in front of the camera? Oh.
That's why I got up and turned it on.
Oh.
You. This is plugged up to that, right? To the power strip, right?
Probably not. That's what I'm looking at.
Oh, so maybe the power strip is off.
No, the power strip is on because my laptop is charging via the power strip.
Oh.
I think it should be. I might have just had enough battery.
I'm playing with somewhere else. Oh, there you go.
All right. All right, we are back in the building. All right, let's get some niggas up in here. Let's get some niggas up in here. I'll give away a bit. You can have mine.
We showing off the merch, you know. What's good though?
Oh,
yeah. Oh, you got to show the merch though. These are
right. Hey, listen here. Shop with us. You already know. Summer hump coming.
Also, keep me updated on that Superman pod.
Superman pod.
Yeah, I'm doing the Superman pod.
Oh, snap.
you collabing or you just joining somebody else's pod?
Joining somebody else's pod.
Oh.
Where does Superman rank in your superheroes?
Superman is my favorite superhero.
He made it real.
That,
Like, that must have sparked somebody's interest, huh?
no, actually, I got asked before that.
Oh, really?
Why Superman your favorite?
Because
Or do I gotta watch the real to see why?
no, the real is me watching the trailer. Superman is my favorite hero because Superman is all powerful. He could do anything and still chooses to do good. Still chooses at every second to say, I'm going to try to do the best I can. And I fuck with that.
Except when they write him and he doesn't.
But I also think that those are bastardizations of the characters. Injustice, fun game. Terrible storyline. Terrible storyline.
I would say terrible.
Storyline.
I guess going against what Superman is inherited of.
It's not.
Why is it terrible?
The Injustice storyline is just, hey, let's be edgy.
No,
it's not.
Hey, you simplified that storyline. You simplified that storyline so much, bro. There's way more layers than just let's be edgy.
The entire thing about Injustice is somebody was like, you know what? I like the powers of Superman, but it ain't edgy enough. So you know what? Let's be edgy today. 100% it is. And just like I said, fun game. Storyline, terrible. The comic storyline sucked. The movie sucked. All of it.
No, it's a smear campaign. You ugly as a bitch. I don't like this Superman smear campaign.
That's all it is with the real Superman fans. Don't want to face. And if you take Lois out, he go crazy. This is what happens.
So did you hate him breaking Fan neck? In Batman vs Superman? Or no, was that Batman vs Superman? What movie was that? When he broke, when he did the whole screen.
That was just that Superman. That was just Superman.
When he took out Zod.
So no, I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
I don't think that that's how he would handle it.
So here's the thing, and this is why.
You think that was how they tried to bring him in edgy pretty much in the movie?
So if you was,
I definitely also think the Snyder Snyder Superman movies. I have a lot of issues with the Snyder of every hero he's done.
So here's the thing: if you would have said that about Man of Steel, I would 100% agree.
Right?
I feel like they just did that because here's the thing:
but we had Injustice during that time, so people.
So the reason why, and this is what my issue with Man of Steel, even though I like the movie, I do generally like the movie. I hate that the two things that I hate the most is I hate Pops telling him stop. Like, bro, Superman had enough time to definitely stop and save you during that fucking tornado and shit like that.
Very true.
Right?
Yeah, that was ugly work.
Yeah, that was ugly. and the Zod thing, only reason is because that is not enough for Superman to snap, right? The reason why I don't give that is they were just being edgy with Injustice is the layers that they laid with it, right? So it's the layers of the Clown Prince, so Joker, finally saying like, you know, I'm about to fuck with somebody else. I'm about to do like, you know, I'm just gonna do this, and he tricks Superman into thinking that he is fighting against the one villain that he can almost barely best, which is Doomsday.
Doomsday, yeah,
right. And so Superman, knowing what he has to do, like I said, it wasn't like he intentionally killed or anything. He did what he had to do for Doomsday, only to be blindsided and tricked. And to me, that is enough trauma to make the Man of Steel, Superman, snap. That he not only did he kill Lois, that he killed his unborn baby. Mm-hmm. That would be the only. To me, it made sense.
And Joker laughed at you,
right? So that's why. That's why
I
don't think that was just edgy for that.
As a whole is.
But so here's the thing.
I mean, because it all started from the Joker. Like, you don't think the Joker is plausible to just really be like, I want to do some.
And then also, when the most powerful being becomes a dictator and saying, "Listen, either you roll with me or I'll lobotomize it." I do see superheroes taking.
You want to know what's a good Superman story where he does become a dictator? Superman Red Son, the actual comic. That was the story of Superman becoming a dictator.
I got Injustice over Red Son. I got Injustice over Red Son.
That's bad taste.
And I love Red Son. Easily. I love both of them. I got Injustice over Red Son.
Now,
easily, because Superman deserves balance.
The movie is trash. The Red Son movie is okay, but it does.
I'm talking about
animated movie.
So I'm talking about the peak version of both the comic Injustice and the movie and the comic Red Son.
Injustice piece. I would have said the game because the game is second place.
It goes comic. It goes comic games movie.
Hey, how many times you down with Superman? Like, this can't be real.
It goes comics games movie.
Interesting.
Comics game movie.
And as far as the Injustice storyline retelling of it, I got comics game movie of Injustice.
Yeah, I didn't like, and like I said, Injustice was fun for the game. When they sort of tried to spin it to all the other stuff, I'm like, I didn't care enough about this. Like I said, in my opinion, I still think it's edgy for no reason, and not even just for Superman. I feel like they did everything was like, oh, let's do all this crazy stuff and throw it together, and it's like, bro.
But I also feel like that's what I felt like. The reason I love the Injustice series is because of the Joker. Like, Joker is pretty much my favorite, one of my favorite villains. But what he did altered everybody's psyche.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Because then they did see Superman like, nigga, he broke Superman. So Joker really, he OC, dog. Like, we got to turn it up a notch. Like, because now we got to stop Superman. Like, you caused, Joker was the only person that caused everyone, the person that everybody feared to never, like, snap. And he laughed about it, bro. Like, the Joker is diabolical to the highest extreme.
Yeah, fair.
And that's why I said I felt like, for me, what he did to even make that story,
it's regular Red Son,
like literally
S-O-N, right?
Like, I don't think they were edgy. I think everybody was affected by it. Like, it wasn't about them being an edgier character. Now it's like, I just feel like the effect that the superhero world everybody saw was like, it wasn't another timeline.
Quick question.
Like,
so, in that same sense of it, how do you feel about Flashpoint then? Because I feel like Flashpoint, we had way more edgier scenarios dealing with the fallout of Flashpoint.
Is always like, okay, we are rebooting everything.
That's how you look at it.
No,
it is that, but I mean,
but Flashpoint, and it's like.
But before the reboot, I'm talking about when they're dealing with the Atlanteans versus the Amazonians. When you're dealing with that Bruce Wayne being murderous, when you're dealing with Martha Wayne being Joker, like. To me, it's the same sense. There was a snap that happened that caused something. And again, I have no issue with both of them. I like Injustice. I like Flashpoint. I like Red Son. So, but I'm just based off of what you're saying, with your critiques about Injustice.
I don't think Flashpoint was edgy just to be edgy. Flashpoint was edgy to shit went wrong. We need to reset this universe. And if Injustice was tied into a storyline of like, okay, something needs to be different. Sure.
Like if it had a more catastrophic effect.
If it had a reason. It didn't, because Injustice. You don't know why Injustice didn't have a reason? Why? It's outside of continuity.
Yeah,
it doesn't have a reason.
It is a
story made to be edgy. That's my point.
The concept is still its own, like.
It's like a what if story.
It's a what if. That's the thing.
And it's a bad what if.
No, it's not. It's not, because it's realistic.
I agree with that, bro.
What I think you're doing. Look, what I think is you're definitely trying to defend Superman's way of thinking. But what you have to realize, Injustice was deeper than just Superman. It was really about Batman's inability to finish the job. But that was the whole motive of Superman.
Yeah, I mean, because it brought Batman too, because he could have prevented all this shit.
Exactly, that was the whole point. The whole point was that Superman blamed Bruce for not doing his job. Like, if you want to keep riling these guys up and corralling them instead of ending them, I wouldn't have never had to go through this. So that's my dream. Where I think this is a perfect. But also, what if, in a way?
And that's but I didn't like that confidence too, because even with Superman, like in that space with him, it's like, now you're gonna be on Batman if you'd have killed dude though. Like, not not Batman the villain.
But again, that's where it goes to. It's edgy, because Superman wouldn't have said, "Why you ain't killing him?" Superman don't kill.
But he was also not in his right mind, bro. He just killed his wife and his unborn baby.
But that's my point. They had to do some edgy shit to be like, we gotta make a way.
But no,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's what I said. I didn't feel like it was edgy. I just feel like it was more of a snap in the psyche, because I feel like everybody was saying shit that you just wouldn't say, but just because of the thing is, you went there with Batman.
You went there
Yeah,
with
it just came up
Batman
on
when he
I don't know which
tortured
side,
Robin.
but
You know what I'm
it's just so that
saying?
way-
So that's the reality. Like, you can't stop this villain. That if you want to make people know that Gotham and Metropolis are neighbors, you have to understand that the Joker is going, like you said, the Joker gonna set his eyes on someone else. They already had one opportunity where Joker went to what's the name city?
Star City?
No, where Flash is.
Oh, Central City.
Central City, and he got him up out of there right away.
Joker
I remember that.
Bro, Joker stood on the roof, was like, I'm here. Flash got him out. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back over
I'm
there.
gonna go back where I came from. So-
Flash got him out there quick. He was like,
So-
nah, I ain't fucking with that one.
That's my thing. Why I love the Injustice story because it
I'm gonna send it
tackles
to
the
you, bro.
tough, the tough topics
I
that don't
never
nobody
seen
want to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, but I do hate. Like I can always in this argument, I can side with Didge because there is nothing in the story, in the Injustice story, that even leaks back in to even create continuity. Like it really was a side what if story that just showed. I don't want to call it edgy. I just like to say, in a sense, it's just Joker turned his eyes off of Batman and Superman. Really the same people. Batman just human. So like if Superman was actually a human being, they would probably be best of friends. But that nigga look at him like you are trying to be as responsible as you
You're
want to
alien.
be,
Yeah.
but you can wipe us all out. I
Right.
can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
See, and the reason why, another reason, the Injustice, it gives you the contingency plans Batman had for everybody.
right? Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like, everybody always put these two up on a pedestal, even though they compete. When in reality, both of y'all are the dirtbags. You're just different dirtbags for different reasons. You know what I mean? Superman, you're considered a good guy, but you're a dirtbag because you don't save everybody, right? And you probably could.
But he feels that immense guilt every time. So if we're gonna get to that,
definitely.
hold on.
Yeah, we need to start podcast. Oh.
Let's do start the podcast.
Oh, you ready? Hey, what's on your mind today?
Shit, we ain't potted like a month.
But I
It's definitely been a month. It's been a
I
while.
don't know.
We ain't potted like a month. I put in the group chat.
I feel a little jazz coming out of that, bro.
We
Like,
talking about his favorite superhero. You just said we just learned. I just
There
learned.
you
we
go.
not really
This
we
is-
trying to get
this is
better
top-
at
this
it.
top
You know
one.
what I'm saying?
We out here putting plot holes in
No, we gotta
Yeah.
the story.
We getting carried away. I'm like,
There's a lot that happened in this month.
you was a real kind of head nodding. Yo, you know what? You know what?
I'm gonna just go into it.
Yeah.
Right, let's
You
start
know
the
what?
podcast.
Right, you about to go into it, like.
Said, you know what? Listen,
Cause y'all got it. Y'all got it. Let me talk to y'all about. You know what I mean? That's what you really wanted to say. Like, you know what? Y'all got it. Cause I'm about to tell y'all about yourselves. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Let me get about your way.
I mean, I'm gonna move once I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready now.
On 3, 1, 2.
All right. Welcome back to the Geekset podcast, only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces. With me, I got my man Bacardi Sensei in the building.
What's going on, everybody? How are we doing today?
Hey man, we doing good. We got Didge in the building.
What is happening, people? What is happening, people?
That nigga Didge ready to pie, bro. We got Trip in the building,
What's going on, everybody?
and we got King out the shop.
You're what it do, everybody.
Hey,
Yeah.
plastic cup boys.
I know. We said that walking up the street, like they don't think we planned this.
Every time I see
it
it.
never happens that way.
Every time
We
I see it,
might as well make that geek sign
somebody,
red.
y'all got a private story. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a private story chat or something. Y'all
They just see the color square. They don't say nothing else.
And in anime, they always they go off that side story and they be like one of the best stories in the whole show. Like that's gonna be they gonna have the King and Trip show. You're gonna be like, yo, they started out.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They set it up already. They already talked about they on the show. That's what I'm saying. They setting up the look. Like,
Hey,
wait till
man.
they really look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm fuck with
That
it.
duo. Like, I get it.
But hey, man, it's been a month.
It has.
It's been a lot that happened in this goddamn month.
It's been a busy month all around. Life has been life.
Life has been life. And before we get into that, I do want to make sure we finish off this. All right. So, Did you had a point that you was just about to make?
Yeah. So
We was talking about for those who didn't watch the cold open and then jump forward.
Oh yeah, and if you audio only,
Yeah.
I might throw it in audio only.
Yeah. All right. So what we was talking about, one, I learned today that Superman is Dig's favorite superhero of all time, and then Dig hates Injustice because he thinks that they were just edgy for the case of being
You
edgy.
said it was a smear campaign.
And now for the Dig listeners,
the Dish listeners who know Dish language, he calls it a smear campaign.
So I inherently disagree. But now we're just talking about the nuances of the Injustice story, and so Didge got a point to make.
Well, no. So King had brought up that Superman can't save everybody. He called him a dirtbag.
No. Let me give my own context. So I said Batman and Superman. I did. Let me finish. Let me finish because you have to address it how I said it. The realities are all the characters. Batman and Superman are the both control freaks of their town, their territory. That's why, like you said, Bacardi, they can't be friends if Superman's an alien. If they were both human, they would be best of friends, but that would make them the same being because they're both control freaks of their environment. They don't want to kill, but they don't want to get nothing done. They just want you to be in your box, play cool, and let us all enjoy our
we just supposed to be peaceful, fam.
But it's a dictatorship because you're not truthfully creating peace because you don't end the terror. You just put it in a box that you know they can get out of.
Right. I mean,
so that's why I said
I disagree with King
dirtbags.
on that point. But I'm gonna let Didge cook.
So first thing, Bo already said the first part. Superman and Batman are best friends. There are multiple.
They are best
Well, I
friends.
mean, we know they're best friends.
They would be like for real
But
brothers.
it's a respect
if they
of
were
it.
human.
It's a respect.
Fair.
I wouldn't take that away. They definitely
there are I do think that the larger people at whole think that Superman and Batman are like frenemies. When it's like there are multiple instances where Superman see Batman or Batman see Superman after like a near-death thing. And my nigga,
not even that. When Superman died, Batman took it the worst. When Batman was supposedly dead, Superman took it the worst.
I mean, you got to think they really. I mean, they the only two people that really swap costumes.
Before you get there, before you get there,
just to be on some stupid shit.
Before
Superman has definitely put on the Batman suit just to be like, I can't die. You know what I'm saying?
My favorite aspect of their friendship, and before you get to your point, I just want to say my favorite aspect of their friendship is that Batman feels like he has to do what he has to do so that way Superman stays pure. Superman respects Batman's code so much, and so they both also that respect level of their friendship is like, look, Batman's like, I'm gonna get my hands dirty, because you can't, because we need you to be you, and Superman's like, look here, I need you to do the stuff that I can't do. So it's like I do love that aspect of their friendship.
But I do feel like just in the comical sense of my life, Superman does look at Batman like you cute. You understand? You got your little suit on to make it like, that's how you fly. That's how you fly. Okay,
but no. So with Superman, like I said, that is a common thing. Superman can't save everybody, but he knows he can't, and he feels that guilt every time. Matter of fact, a great Superman or an all-star Superman, which I think is going to be inspiration for the Superman movie. Superman finds out he's dying. And so now he knows he can't save everyone forever. Mm-hmm. So this year, maybe a little longer than a year left, he's trying to do everything he can to make life better for as many people possible because he knows at some day it's going to be over and he can never do that again. Yeah. That is Superman at his core. So also going into what
But he still ain't killing nobody.
Because Bo already said it, I was going to bring it up too. The fact that Superman knows the minute he kills, he's an all-powerful being, like I said from the beginning. They know he can do whatever. The minute he kills somebody, he proves not only Lex Luthor right, but he proves everybody who is like, we shouldn't let this alien protect us because what if he snaps?
I mean,
So it's like, it's not he don't want to kill. He knows, well, I'm trying to do my best. Why would I kill and turn the world against me? But why would I give the world something new to fear?
But that's the same guilt Batman feels why he don't kill, because he knows he's already a vigilante. Well, they never really accepted you as their hero. Because they can't control you. That's my whole point of.
But you said about every hero that
don't
kill.
Every hero that
I was gonna say that. Like that's really the hero trope.
That's the hero trope.
But that's the reason why
you were prone to anti-heroes.
That's the reason why stories like Injustice.
I'll be real with y'all. I'm a villain fan. But the reality is, I understand all aspects of what everybody does because that's what it is. They don't want to be. They want to ride the line of anti-hero. Both of them. Because they want to be viewed as.
I think they fight against it. They fight against it.
Hear me out. I'm not talking about their brand. I'm talking about them as characters. Superman, he'll get real edgy with another alien or another super being, right? Batman, he'll get real with another person that's dangerous, right? Like the Ra's al Ghul and all that stuff. people that he know, hey, look, I can't control you, but I can set you up to get killed. Or
Nah.
I can lead
That's
you.
not always.
No,
That's what I'm
hear
saying.
me
Bro,
out.
I mean, Rather Good did die, not by the hands of Batman.
But just in the sense
But
of
not even
I don't gotta
intentional about
save you
Batman.
type shit.
That so in every superhero trope, they always walk that line of getting right there. Once they cross that line, no matter what superhero it is, unless you're an anti-hero that's accepted that you can kill. Yeah, well, yeah, but yeah, most of those superheroes who live that like my one.
Wonder Woman
Yeah,
to
yeah.
kill the shit out of
My
you.
one code, yeah. She's an Amazonian,
Wonder
bro.
Woman will look at you like,
She's
oh,
a
what
warrior.
you
She's
say?
a
All right.
warrior death.
Hope you got your affairs in order, bro.
But most superheroes, the
I
reason,
don't know that
and the reason why there's so many superhero stories where superheroes start feeling broken is when they do cross that one code. So where I get what you're saying, if you're saying like, if I just watch what Batman does, it's clear like this nigga's an anti-hero. But in his mind and the way that he positions is because of that he's not crossing that code.
They're giving
it doesn't
hope.
make him
They
an
gotta
anti-hero.
give hope, bro. It's a campaign of hope
But
on
see,
both sides.
but
So
that's the reason
Superman
why-
is giving hope by saying, "Look, yes, I'm an alien,
Boy,
but I'm willing to come
Bruce
here."
don't give hope. That nigga
He
give
do.
vengeance
No,
and
he
darkness.
does. No, listen. He does that to the criminals.
He put niggas in the hospital.
Look, but he does that to the criminals.
Like Superman
He uses the shadows to scare criminals to give the city
No,
hope.
I get what you're saying.
Because Gotham ain't got hope.
No, so I get what you're saying. What I'm saying is Batman ain't never said I'm giving hope. That nigga just said, all right. It's like in his mind, hope is just gonna come. Let me just beat these niggas up because hope is gonna come.
Because it's influence. Let me influence the
When
prosecutor.
Superman's like, I'm gonna be a beacon of hope. Batman's like, fuck that.
But
I'm gonna
you
fuck
ain't-
these niggas up and hope gonna come.
But you got two different crimes, though. You got to think. Gotham is mob crime,
Oh,
right?
yeah. It's definitely my
Whereas Metropolis is white collar or super crime, like super villain crime.
What?
So you don't have dirty streets and shit
Metropolis
like
will
that.
give you a kind like the kaiju thing. That's straight out of a like. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So I got a question.
I mean, but it's Superman. Like you gotta have
Of
something
course,
going
of
on.
course. I'm about to give a real horrible hot take, but it's a funny hot take. But do you like? So you know how they say like LeBron had it easy because he was in the East.
Okay, yeah.
Do you think Superman, because he was in Metropolis and the white collar crowds, he didn't really have that much adversity?
No, because a fucking dinosaur from
That's
like
it's so hard for me to compare these two in a space when you really sit down and look. For one, Batman's alter ego is a slumlord, so he's really circling. He's creating a cycle of his crime.
All right, I'll let that run.
But let me go.
Batman, but Batman, Bruce do a lot, fam.
But
We let the Batman and Slumlord thing rock for I think a little too long. Bro be throwing money back to a lot of stuff. He
How you think
He don't manage it though.
Bro, how you think he's funny? He got that. Bro, you gotta start some war to make some money. You know what I'm saying? He tears shit up in the
I got a
neighborhood.
question. Do y'all see Steve Jobs as evil?
I mean, that's Lex Luthor evil though.
No. Because if y'all think about it, Wayne Tech is everything. Your computer Wayne Tech, your phone Wayne Tech, he pretty much revolutionized.
I mean, but I wouldn't say Batman's
everything.
evil. Batman just know all your fucking business, which that's what
That's
Batman
what I'm
does.
saying.
That's
So
what
what I'm
the Wayne
saying
Tech does.
so what I'm saying is he's equipped the police with Wayne Tech. He's giving everybody everyday function with Wayne Tech. He's done a lot. The only thing that he didn't do was like, all right, well, let's build up these buildings and shit like that. He's
There's definitely a Wayne Enterprise
He's
that
not
has
a
he had the contracting team.
Y'all
Fam.
really want this? Y'all really want this? Y'all really want this? Because I'll break it down for you. I've done this
I was
already.
trying to finish my take on it. You know what I'm saying?
I do think Batman, like I'm always here for the Batman Slander. Don't get me wrong, it's always funny. But I do sometimes be like laughing, and be like, Batman get a little too much.
So, but no, because that's what I need to talk about. 'Cause I need to, even when you do a Batman or Superman thing, this is why I still even feel like they have even if they have a friendship, it's a weird friendship because Superman knows that he's an alien. So every human criminal that he has fought, this nigga has usually melted guns out your hand. Like he ain't punched a human being because he know he really can't. You know what I'm saying? Batman puts niggas like a breath away from the grave. You know what I'm saying?
Like you feel that same way about Spider-Man. Spider-Man will throw your ass off
So
the
that's what I'm
building
saying.
and make a quip of why.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
With a sewer cap.
But that's what I'm saying. So Spider-Man and Batman is
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
right, fair, okay.
Your neighborhood friendly Spider-Man and Batman like same energy. So that's why it's hard for me that's why I always look at, even though I know they got the best friendship, I always look at Superman like, bro, I really need to step in though, because you really like you not giving niggas damn near a second chance. Like these niggas be in wheelchair, like you ruin their whole life. I ain't doing that. I just put them in jail overnight. They're human beings, bro. Like,
Hey,
like
man, listen, bro. I gotta give it to you raw.
Hey.
Bruce Wayne, pause. Bruce Wayne was raised by mobsters. He was best friends with all of the mob bosses because his daddy was the best friend of the mob bosses. Bruce Wayne was raised watching people get broken up.
Yeah.
Right? They hear about it on the news. These niggas is walking down Crime Alley, leaving a show.
Which is
that
wild.
shows no, it's not wild.
No,
because
I'm saying
if
it's
you
wild to
are-
have a crime alley.
Listen,
that
bro,
part's wild.
if you're the mob boss's accountant and you're the mob boss's funneler for the money, you're not worried about crime. That's why he assumed nothing was gonna happen to me in my family with fucking pearls on because you're a crime lord. Now, this is another thing that y'all don't realize about Bruce Wayne. The true reason why he does not end any criminals or supervillains is because they make money off these damn supervillains. With Arkham, all of that.
yeah, all right, run through Martin.
All of that is to
that's what I'm saying,
validate.
though, like,
All of that is to
that's what I'm
validate
saying, like,
Wayne's money. Because what other reason would you have to wash war money that you don't run? Think about it. Lucius Fox. Let it be known. You got all this tech because we're making technology for other people to use, but we give you the best shit.
Okay, and in
mean,
Gotham, it's needed because if we see it, anytime Bruce go out, they need somebody else.
Let me finish why that happens. Because Bruce allows it.
No, he don't.
How come he don't?
Bro, he is bullshitting. He's putting the product in the
He
streets,
one
bro.
man. What y'all want him to do? Y'all want him to go to Arkham overseas?
Hey,
Y'all
I
want him to go to
I need you. Bro, so do you think that somebody else actually runs Gotham? Like you don't think Bruce Wayne and Batman as a duo?
Nigga, the
actually
same.
run-
Gonna say it's two people is the same person.
But I'm just saying, like,
Runs
that's what I'm saying,
the damn
it's the cycle. But like I said, what I'm saying is like
No.
even what you
Yeah,
said,
he
everything that happens in Gotham, like Wayne is a part of that. Like they all that. So if it's a problem, if it's like if he tear up a goddamn natural museum,
Okay.
Wayne finna fund that shit back, and they gonna do it. But that, like it's always Wayne.
If it ain't already owned by him,
But
Yeah.
what can he do?
he can stop it.
How?
Like,
Are
if
you serious?
That's
Yes.
why he can't go to
He's
jail.
one man. What
Like,
do you
bro,
want him to do?
that's what I'm saying. That's why he
What do
can't.
you want him to do?
That's why he can't go to jail. Like if Bruce Wayne ever goes to jail for real, Gotham is going down, bro. Like ain't nobody what everybody gonna do. I mean,
So how does Bruce Wayne, the man, fix this?
fix what? Gotham?
Yeah.
You
By
gotta put the right.
actually doing the work.
In
What
the
work?
crime.
No.
If
Y'all
he
saying-
a crime,
y'all
watch
saying
it.
shit. What is he supposed to do?
Hire motherfucking doctors at Arkham that ain't fucking criminals.
So,
nigga.
so,
Right, do the
so
right-
you don't think he
yeah.
did that? You think that Bruce
No, he
Wayne?
didn't.
Hold on. You
He
think
didn't.
that? No.
He
You
never did.
No, listen.
Never
he
did.
hired people.
They never had an
Hold
episode
on, let me finish.
or a comic where Bruce went out and was like, you know what? Y'all just ain't effective. Like, I done put so many criminals in y'all position. Y'all
Cause
can't tell me
that's
shit
Bruce,
about
I be
Joker.
mad. If I'm Batman having to beat a nigga ass every night, the nigga, like I just want
Nigga,
you
first
in
of
here.
all, half
Right.
the doctors,
All right,
listen,
Bruce,
that was crazy.
and
Half the
then-
doctors,
And then he
half that
hired
turn
new
into
people, and then
criminals.
all of a sudden, this whole shit is Doctor Strange. I mean, not Doctor Strange, it's Hugo Strange. Then he hired a new nigga. He's like, fuck it, I'm hired. And
Because
this guy,
he takes
this,
them,
this
nigga,
guy's
it's your
doing the
company.
cryogenic stuff.
Hey,
I'm gonna
look.
help him out, and then it's fucking Mr. Freeze. You can't blame him for people being shitty.
No, you are the problem. If I hire good people, right? I bring in Harley Quinzel. She's a psychologist.
She was
And
good.
if she works for me for 6 months and turns crazy, it's my shit. My shit is tainted. Something wrong.
But okay,
Nigga,
'cause I
the
mean,
but he
Scarecrow was
also-
your doctor.
How
And
many-
he went
how many
crazy.
businesses do Bruce Wayne? How many businesses is Wayne Enterprises involved in?
I don't know.
Everything.
Is that a real? I wonder if that's a really good.
Everything, bro.
Everything. So
Everything.
how
I look at
can
everything.
one man
You're the
oversee-
head of the
how can
board.
one man
Go get
oversee
real
technology?
people to
How
make
can
real
one man
things.
oversee the fucking prison
know-
system?
you wanna know why?
Oversee the health system.
You know why?
You want one man.
You know, no. 'cause
One
what
man.
you're not understanding in his plan is even I'm explaining with Mr. Freeze. As we saw in the episode, this nigga played with this nigga the whole episode.
Yeah.
As Bruce Wayne, it's like, what do you need? Let's get you done. I need you to be a top scientist for one of my fields or whatever. Now you work for me.
Yep.
And we gonna do good shit for the world. We
We
gonna fix
gonna-
all the
we gonna help
problems.
your wife.
You get what you want. I get what I want.
Boom.
That's how you keep him at. But no, I'm gonna hold out with you. I'm gonna be Batman and
Whoa,
say,
whoa,
hey,
he didn't
don't be
hold out.
doing no crazy shit.
He
You know
didn't,
what I'm
but
saying?
to his defense, he didn't hold out. other shit started happening. He was like, hey, I'm gonna get back to you. Just give me one more with you. I'm
Because
saying,
you're a
just hold
horrible
on
boss.
with me. And
Because
then,
you're trying to be two different people at once.
That's because
That's
he
what I'm saying, so one
prioritized
person.
Batman over
He does.
Bruce
Most
Wayne.
of the stuff that happens with Wayne is going through Lucius Fox.
Yeah, like
Yeah, he don't run
prioritizes
shit.
so why
Batman
y'all blaming Bruce then?
No,
Blame
because he's
Lucius.
supposed to.
Then blame
You're supposed
Lucius.
to do your job.
because
His job as a billionaire
it's
is I'm
his
just
fault.
hiring the right people.
Bro, you
It's
know
not
what?
his
fault
fault.
if
He
he
got
chooses
a
not
horrible
to.
betting system.
He only got one person that fuck with him. Like he don't fuck with him like that.
It's his fault if he chooses not
guarantee he still
to
look
be
at Lucius
fully
sideways
involved
every once in a
as the
while,
boss.
Nigga, you fuck around, give me
That,
shit up.
listen, I accept
Like-
that. Like,
like,
okay,
bro,
be more involved in the day to day, nigga.
You know
But
what I mean?
this nigga is not. So we can't really blame everything on him.
But that's what I say. I feel like we got the shows and TV shows to prove that. Because like even if you think about Gotham, Batman Bruce wasn't on the day to day. Every
He
time they
was
show
not.
none of the
Because
Bruce's.
main job is Batman.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne is the side gig.
But see, that's the problem. Because he's not applying them as Bruce. He just picking up all the mistakes that he got to do. Like I don't know why these niggas keep getting out. Because you're not going to the day to day. They already get you. You done got to. Like
but then,
he's an irresponsible rich playboy.
but then
dog.
in these day to day, who gonna stop the actual supervillains as Batman?
You say during the day to day.
It's clear that the day to day is Bruce needs more
Hey,
attention.
even when-
So if he becomes day to day, he gonna have to slap on Batman. dude.
this is why I'm
Even
gonna tell
when he
y'all
had the
why.
Bat family, he was still not shit.
The Bat
And
family
because
He
ain't
wasn't
the Bat
trusting
family ain't
nobody. He
effective.
never trusts nobody.
Because they
The
be
nigga
fucking
gotta do
up.
it himself.
Because they be fucking up.
And see, that's why you ain't get shit
Because
done.
they be
Hey,
fucking up.
Because you ain't building a proper
The
team.
Bat family be fucking
What
up.
is Alfred always told this nigga?
of the leader.
He never
Exactly.
Wait,
You're a horrible leader.
Hold on.
You're a horrible leader.
He
So you
is.
make horrible teams. You lead horrible teams. You don't share all the information or all the technology with everybody on your team. And then you wonder why y'all trash.
But to Batman's defense, every time a Robin came around, who convinced him? Fucking Alfred and Lucian. Batman was like, nah, nigga, take that little nigga gone, bro. I don't want no Bat family. It's me. And they keep on forcing more
Because
Robins on him.
they trying to sit
Because
your
they-
ass down. Raise
Right.
the kid.
They trying to get
Raise the kid. Raise the kid. And like, he didn't want to.
Hey, put this shit away,
You gotta
bro.
think they don't be having no suit ready for that nigga just yet. You know what I'm saying? But if you got Batman, like, oh, if y'all want me to raise this nigga about to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all we gonna do.
That's all I know. So
All I know.
So it's really the people around him. The people close to him know that this nigga.
That's right.
Why y'all keep on
Bro.
trying to put people
You're
on
a great
him?
deflector.
Right, he
This
taking
is
all that
all
heat.
reason why Gotham don't have
Ain't
have hope.
Because the man who has the hope.
Everything is going against
The
it.
man who holds the hope uses it as vengeance.
He
You know
don't
what I'm saying?
hold hope. He just want vengeance. It's the people around him
But
that
that's what
say,
I'm saying.
I see better for you, Bruce. And he's like, nigga, no, I want
I
to
don't
beat
want
niggas
better.
out.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me beat niggas
Like,
ass. I
that's-
don't want to watch these kids.
come to the
I just
light.
want to fight.
Come
There's
to the light,
nothing-
Bruce.
No matter-
Fuck that shit.
Bone is right. That is why Dick was a better Batman.
Yes,
Like-
he was. I agree. I agree.
This
I'm
fix
not-
of the city is
I'm
wild.
I'm not disagreeing that there's a better Batman. What I'm saying
I had
is,
a great one for that, but I believe it.
what I'm saying
Crazy.
what I'm saying is, Bruce has what they tell you when somebody show you who they are, believe them. Bruce Wayne has showed everybody in the world. Listen, I just want to fuck niggas up, bro. And y'all keep on trying to bring kids over here. Y'all keep on trying to make me be a dad to them. I don't want to do none of this shit. Like, I just want to fight niggas.
I mean, I think
I will say though, you're not helping the case of him not being the dick.
I
That
saw
was
you
the-
that.
I didn't disagree with that.
Okay, fair,
I didn't disagree
I
with
mean,
that.
you
I said you
like,
can't
words
blame.
in-
My point is you can't blame everything on
like,
Bruce.
no matter what
You
you
gave
do.
us- you gave us multiple
No, it's-
valid
no.
points.
No, it's more on everybody
No, you
else
definitely
who's
did.
trying to say, I see more in you, Bruce. Bruce, like, I don't see more in me, nigga.
Like, but that's like what I would say
I want
clearly.
better for the city. I just
Like-
don't know how to get it there.
What I would say clearly is like no matter what universe of Batman he's been in, Bruce has always been a very irresponsible motherfucker.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
thought that's
so until they write a story where Bruce actually is the hero and Batman
Bo was
isn't,
saying,
like the
look
amount
at,
of
hold on, he did give us some. I haven't read that
like
line.
the amount
Batman
of
White
effort.
Knight.
that's on my list.
Like there's like the amount of I feel like the amount of effort. If you think about the amount of effort that Bruce Wayne puts into be Batman, but yet applies none of that
to Bruce.
to Bruce.
None of
You know
that to
what I'm saying?
Bruce.
None of that to Bruce. Like,
He got to get reminded multiple times, like, hey, you remember, you still got to be the billionaire. Then they like, oh my god,
Like I'm rich. Like he really just a kid playing with toys. Like I just want to keep doing this. Like I got a nigga that make me shit all the time.
Possibilities.
Like
Bro, think about it this way. When they be like, all right, we got a ball, we need to get this money for these investors. Bruce got to get dragged. Soon as he see that back signal up, they're like, hell yeah, nigga, let's go.
Like I think, and I really, to be truthfully
I'm
honest,
alive.
to be truthfully honest, I honestly think that the only reason Superman run, and I don't know, maybe in the stories they do have these kind of retalks. You better let me know. Like I feel like Superman still lives such a naive life that he does not realize that Batman is like the problem of Gotham.
Oh no, because he's still, like I said, he's one of the people that sees the bet. I see better for you, Bruce. I know that you like
even when
Even though they friends, they butt heads.
Oh, they
And
butt heads.
A lot of butt heads is around.
yeah,
Now you know, not Bruce.
yeah, you can't kill.
Not Bruce.
You Bruce, you can't kill.
But if you
But
talk about it's about them being heroes. Like when there's Clark and Bruce talking,
oh, you know what?
Bruce really just showing Clark
Perfect
around.
example.
Like
No,
nigga,
I got the perfect example. I got the perfect example.
That's what I'm saying.
You will fuck with this.
I was gonna say like as
You
Clark
will
and
fuck with
Bruce,
this
they talk about their personal lives.
Now I can't remember a specific example, but remember Clark is a reporter. He might.
So here's the thing. I've been recently watching, and I just caught up to Godfather of
Batman
Harlem.
had that all covered up.
Yeah, you watch Godfather of Harlem, right?
Batman would cover up Bruce. Like you ain't gonna find somebody.
Bruce Wayne is technically Bumpy Johnson, right? So in Godfather of Harlem, when you watch it,
That was
Malcolm
crazy.
X, no, listen, in Godfather of Harlem, Malcolm X is the man that Bumpy Johnson says, I always want to be, but I can't because I got to do this gangster shit. I'm fucking with these mobs. I got to do this shit because I have to. Right? And Malcolm X has said, like, his whole theory is when a gangster earns consciousness and becomes a political figure, that is the most dangerous person in the world because now he can move and he can make things happen because he already got the people, because he's connected to the streets, and if he can unify it. Superman, no matter what, he knows Bruce will be on some fucked up shit, but every conversation that he generally be having with Bruce, he be telling him, like, you don't have to kill. You can do better. I know you can do better. I know you got to do what you like. Bruce, out of all superheroes, Superman understands Bruce, but he also sees a better version of him. And because of that, and because of what Bruce went through, Superman does view and think that Bruce can be better than him, even without him having the powers, because they're like, you are a human amongst these gods and aliens, and I believe that you can do better, right? So, but Bruce, just like Bumpy Johnson, is like, I hear you, but I love the game so much, bro, and I cannot take it.
I was gonna add on that.
That's why.
I was gonna add on that Bruce is definitely an extreme adrenaline junkie too, because you
Yeah.
can stay your ass in Gotham and fight regular human beings. Cause you hear some gangster shit really going on in Metropolis, like I'm gonna jump in with you niggas. You know what I mean? Y'all might alien threats up here. Like I ain't get that shit in Gotham.
I need y'all to look at it from this perspective too, though, right? Superman and Batman, they get along because both of them are schizophrenic. Both of them have two separate personalities.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I do that.
When Superman is Clark Kent, you can bump into him and it'll knock him over. That's a mental block to take off my superpower. When Batman is Bruce Wayne, he's soft spoken, he's chill, he gives to the kids.
Bruce Wayne is?
Bruce Wayne, yeah.
Playboy is super.
Yeah,
Playboy Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I know.
He got the ladies. He doing all this shit. Batman don't do none of that shit. Like,
Yeah.
you ain't never seen Batman.
I mean,
motherfuckers be like, "Thank you, I'm out." Batman
don't got no. Thank you, Batman.
reason why I was just watching.
To be fair, I feel like only like Superman and Spider-Man are the only ones I really hear have a like that answer.
Yeah, they give you a piece. They give you a piece.
I never hear anybody else.
Think about it. Somebody be posing, some of them talk to kids and shit. So that be the thing too. Like, you got to remember that y'all got two people who they've been through the most traumatic shit. No parents, right? Through the most traumatic ways. The only way that they can actually coexist, bro, is
as
being
superheroes.
a Bruce fan. No, this is the crazy part. Batman and Superman don't really necessarily love each other. They like each other.
I disagree.
I think they admire.
I have to disagree with you
Hear me
now.
out. Think about it like this, right? You just said it. When they sitting there and having coffee or breakfast and shit, that's genuine brotherly bonding.
But they be full suited.
chill. Right? Yeah. No, I'm talking about in the Bruce Wayne Clark Kent.
But that's
form.
it. You don't see Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent most of the time when they chilling and chopping it up. They in full suit.
No, bro, they have many scenes where they're just chilling
I'd
or
like
they're
to
meeting
see,
up,
bro.
right?
Because do you recall this?
I didn't agree with his when he was saying Clark Kent was a schizophrenic thing. That was a
They
wild statement. That was a wild statement to
Think
me
about
too.
it. You got to turn that off, bro. You have to
he-
be in this. You got to be mentally cognizant.
So
turned off.
you don't think that's strong? That's a strong thing for Superman. So here's the thing: Batman does not want to be Bruce. Like at all, like most of the time he'd rather be Batman. Where Superman, he understands the need of being Clark Kent.
Right.
And so I agree with you. Where you can, if you bump into him, you can probably push him over. But I don't think that that's a schizophrenia. I think that is him saying,
It was
I know what I need to do.
Personality disorder caused by the trauma, bro.
But I mean, I also feel like they touched on that. If you think about my time with Superman, where he was crushing the door handle. He was like, "Bro, you think I didn't know you was fucking Superman?" Like, you know what I'm saying? You've been crushing the door handle. Like I've been trying to just get it right. Like he's always been. I think since he got his powers, he's been trying to get it right to feel normal.
Yeah.
So like I just like, and I will say even in that statement, like, I just saw somewhere that, and I kind of believe this in both spaces of Batman and Bruce and Superman and Clark, that they were talking about Superman actually, Clark Kent is what he sees human life as.
Yeah.
Like
That's his human mind.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean, that's how he was raised. That's
completely different.
but that's also, I feel like that's how he, like, because you're all like, you are looking at everybody like y'all fragile. So I have to be extremely fragile, like in this space with y'all, because that's what, like, I know if you bump me, you might break something. You know what I'm saying?
Like, he makes the cognizant decision to be able to, like, with hand roll with it,
which is crazy because I feel
but
like,
you
don't need to.
But yes, you do. Because
No, he doesn't.
Again, like you said, Clark Kent is what he sees humanity as. He raised as a human, but then he finds out he has these superhuman powers. But at his heart and his mindset, whether he's Superman, whether he is Clark Kent, he is still human. He is still always trying to live the values that Mom and Pa Kent raised him with. That's what he's doing at all time. So I can't say it's a separate mindset. It's I know I have have power.
I mean, he really just
if I'm not fighting this superhuman or this alien enemy, I'm not trying to hurt regular ass people.
So hold on.
Yeah.
So that goes back to why I don't think Injustice was just because I feel like when you have that mindset and if you go full-fledged and punch your baby mama and kill your kid, you like, bro, one, I thought I was fighting the alien. I just went full force on a human that I view as fragile, and that's why I feel
nigga didn't write that. You like, let's make something edgy.
I mean, but you don't think that would be enough to break them? That's why I put weight on what broke them.
I guess
that makes sense
the
to
fact
me.
that I think I don't like that you don't like that. Like, I feel like because even if I know that you love him in the space of like he can do no wrong.
I'm the storyline as a whole of creation was unnecessary. I just care about the
Smear campaign. That's all it was. That's what I'm saying.
That's
why he said it's unnecessary.
No,
I didn't have to see this. I didn't have to read this.
It's not even just the Superman. People with superheroes, they have a weird connotation. Always like, well, I want to see if they kill somebody. When then you don't like superheroes because that's not what superheroes do. If all you care about is you want to see this superpower being go kill somebody, there's a million other things you can go read.
But you wouldn't want
that's not a superhero.
I know that, but you wouldn't want no complexity to your superhero just to see other storylines.
You have reasons for that. We talked about many storylines where they told the line too much. Oh my God, they did this. We talked about that. Many storylines where Injustice was literally just a piece of I want to see niggas kill each other. I want to see niggas kill.
But I get it. But I do get it because in the truest sense of what Dig is saying is like a superhero is supposed to be a superhero. So if you wrote this man to be whatever, you can always take him to that fine line. But there's absolutely no reason that we need to see him snap. Because we already know that he deals with that on a daily basis through comics already.
My only pushback to that is then because we got to think all those years before Injustice that we had Superman being Superman. We did have a lot of he had adversity, right? He had different moments in regards to that, but it was always that like, bro, if Superman ever was to snap, right? So we never really had that conceptualized of seeing him actually snap, and then we finally got it. And again, to your point, it's not canon, so it is a what if storyline. So to me, that's why I was like, it's a solid story. Because again, now we have actual proof that we can always refer back to. Like, hey, shit.
But I mean,
we don't want him to snap because we saw what happened in there.
That's why I said. That's why I said for Dig it's a smear campaign.
Okay, first we saw what happened. We saw Doomsday. Like we've all seen Doomsday, right? We've seen the carnage that he did. Superman beat this nigga. Granted, it causes death, but you think we needed to see? Oh, what if he snapped? We saw what Doomsday fucking did.
I mean,
we don't need that. That's what I'm saying.
That was
he was
enough
made
for
to
me.
be
That
that.
was
Like I
enough
said,
for
he
me.
was made
That
to be
was
that.
enough.
And I mean, I feel like even
Because that was another alien. We didn't see because remember the theory
the
was,
fact that you want him to kill a human.
No,
is
I
crazy.
know.
You
I
know?
know. I know. But the theory has always been Superman could really rule Earth if he wanted to, and we never seen him do it until Injustice.
I don't
Red Sun did that.
Red Sun
Yeah,
did it for
yeah,
Injustice,
yeah.
but I also don't need to fucking see that. I don't need to see.
I like that.
I don't look at my
That's what I'm saying.
heroes.
Like that just shows how twisted the world is.
I don't look at
Like
my
I enjoyed it
heroes.
because I'm a twisted nigga myself. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoyed it, Justice.
That's
But
fair.
I get what you're saying. That it's like as a true fan of a hero, that I know that this is supposed to be him. To give me a snap that has nothing, it's never gonna ever be part of this. I didn't need it. Like that's just somebody living out their dreams. Like, bro,
It was a very, very publicized and very polished fan fiction.
fan fiction. Yeah, I'll give you that.
So the
I'll
reason
give you
the
that.
reasons that you
And everybody can love it. I gotta say,
the reason why you love
Fun as a bitch.
the reason why you love Superman is the reason why Superman's not in my top.
That's fair.
Because I feel like they gave him every
Niggas be
power. They
cynical.
make him too good and everything like that. I like my superheroes to have a little bit of flaws.
I mean, yeah, you want the flaws.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
but I think he has
that's why
enough flaws. It is like I feel like that's why I don't like Superman because like, bro, why are you here? Like even when you think about that's why I said if you think about early Superman, he was only fighting humans. This nigga was saving cats out of trees. This nigga was saving cats out of trees.
But that was
He was
also
grabbing
before.
niggas by their collar.
That was also before they really gave him like they really fleshed out
Because-
what his powers were.
Because like as I'm saying, so when you think about reading even back then, you like, bro, this nigga boring. Like
That's why it's hard to get a Superman game. I know we've already talked about how it can work, but the reason why is just like
You can't.
who is the base? Who is the face? Like who is the everyday goons? He's going
And
to
that's
have
why I
to
said, like, if Superman, if they would have
We
never
like
gave,
the kaiju battles
You
and
definitely
stuff
would.
Like that.
they would have never,
but
that might be a lot of development.
if they would, and that's what I'm saying, if they would have never gave Superman a chance to really, really expose how strong he was. He would, everybody would, if he had that light,
He'd
we
be
thought he was the
Omni-Man.
lowest nigga. Yeah,
He'd be Omni-Man.
Like you'd be like, nigga, you really, like you would have to be a bad guy because now you have to, you had to show the magnitude of how strong Superman really is and the lengths he can go to save the world.
Yeah.
But on Earth, he got to really rely on everybody else. Like I can't deal with the humans, bro. I'm gonna really fuck them up. Like I can't do that. Like
So, Bo, to your statement about having put him in space, it's tough to do a Superman game in space because I think so many people are going to be like, this ain't the Superman that I know.
yeah, where you saving Lois?
Because
from?
you need
What's
metropolis.
up?
Like,
Yeah, so like,
yeah.
that's what make the
You need an
Superman
invasion.
Like little guy
Yeah,
and kidnapped nigga in space.
you need
Nigga,
an
that-
invasion.
That's how it
You
works.
need an
Yeah,
invasion.
you do need an invasion.
You need an invasion because then he can have some goons to fight.
I mean, that's my thing. I don't understand why they just.
Brainiac.
We don't need a
Brainiac would be
superhero like Spider. You know, Superman can't be like Spider-Man in them because
But he
he
can.
doesn't. No, because he doesn't. Like if you do
with an
that.
invasion. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
why you
saying.
need an invasion.
But like my thing is, what I think they take out of the game that's not that they fuck up with is Superman's the best person to actually have a regular life game, and then be Superman. Like to actually be a reporter and actually that's your actual game. Is being a reporter.
You think
Being
people gonna want to play that?
yes, because now you got like because
Wait. So I mean, I guess
I mean. Because if you just Superman all the goddamn time, then that's what I'm saying. You just flying around.
Then
humans
You
and
gotta
shit.
have more. You're definitely the Superman.
But
game.
they
You gotta
never
have moments
gave
where you are
Superman the Clark
Kent.
part, where it's like where that could just build the story like that. And that's the problem because there's never a good story.
But I just
to
feel
a
like
Superman game.
I feel like if it's a Superman game and a majority of it's Clark, I'm gonna be like, I just want to get to the fucking fights.
I mean,
I don't think majority. Obviously,
Yeah,
you
I'm
gotta
not
have
saying
moments.
majority, yeah.
I give you that. Bacardi did say you gotta be Clark. I think he was saying.
but I mean, but
Clark
Clark just moves the story.
They gotta be like the remember Spider-Man 2 game where you had to go deliver the pizza.
Yeah.
That-
But bro, I'm just because it's just like
I'm
my
trying-
thing.
I'm trying to visualize it, bro.
Picture if you did Batman,
Okay.
and you can't because Bruce Wayne doesn't do the work. Like he doesn't do any detective work.
But in the Arkham series, they did a really great job of you having to do detective work.
But you were still Batman.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so think about it in that idea that the detective work as Batman is Clark being a reporter to investigate these things. So now you doing shit with Lois. Lois get kidnapped by somebody. Bam, you doing Superman. Like you doing you still.
But okay, so let's Lois get kidnapped. I don't get to fly there. I gotta be Clark.
That's how you get. No, that's how you get into.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel
But that's why I gotta be an invasion because if it's just regular niggas kidnapping Lois, This is over in a second.
So that's what Bo was saying. He was
I
saying
need- you need an alien
he was saying go
invasion.
into space. That's how you could easily do space. You had Lois get kidnapped by it could be the alien invasion.
Yeah, it got to be an
And they
invasion,
leave.
bro. Because you got to have the regular everyday niggas that I got to fight to get through. Like I got to be able to fight my way up to get to save Lois. I can't
Right.
just be like detective. All right, now I'm Superman. I fly in space, fight somebody. Like no, it gotta be an invasion.
I mean, and that's why I said, like, I get what y'all saying about it not being. Of course, it wouldn't be all whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
Because even in that space, if the game was the invasion and he goes to space, and I said half of the game. You got to think most games on the average like that. An adventure game, 20 hours of gameplay. We just saying that up top. 5 hours.
A telltale.
That's what
A telltale.
you definitely are describing the Telltale Superman.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess in my sense, it just looks more because I do get that. Because even if you're building up to Lois getting kidnapped or whatever,
Yeah.
it's the 2 or 3 hours of the game is. I'm just like what I'm saying is that there's never a moment to show Superman actually like figuring out or Clark figuring out what's going on, so he knows like, oh, I gotta be Superman for this or something going on. So,
Well, that's why I was saying you haven't.
so that's what I'm saying.
Spider-Man
Like,
kind of did it, but like where you have
Ooh.
those missions where it's like I gotta investigate. So,
Yeah.
and then
so
it
like you
cuts
do
either
need
way.
to, so I mean, like even in the sense of like, and it might, like I said, it might seem childish in our heads here, but it's like it might be like that cutscene where it's like Lois
I
just
think,
taking something
I think
happens.
Deuces took it as majority of the game. You in this bitch. All right, so we talking about what's his name?
Has a property ever did multiple game platforms that was a continuation of the story? Because now I'm thinking, let's say if they did like a Superman universe, right? And
Or
the
like
first
the mobile
game,
game.
the first game is a Telltale game that you are dealing with that, and then the next game goes to the action game where you're actually Superman. Because then you could do that. Then you could have the portion of it. All right, I'm doing the detective work, trying to figure out what's going on. At the end, Superman knows, okay, I have to go out.
I just don't
space.
understand how y'all don't realize like damn near every episode of Superman he starts as Clark.
No, I get that.
Like they investigate something and then it gets to become a bigger thing because they're actually investigating it to figure out what it is. So then it gets to that point where they know exactly what it is. Those get kidnapped.
So you
taken
based it off.
space.
So, but wasn't that? But all of those was early Superman, right? For the most part.
A lot of
No, a
Superman.
lot of
I mean,
a lot of
you
Superman
guys.
I think
stories start off with
Smallville.
Lois
Smallville's
investigating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then him helping
Superman
her.
and Lois, they was dealing with off
think-
early shit, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
they wasn't that
There was
early.
so that's what I'm
Was
trying
he
to.
not working at you saying like he wasn't a reporter no more?
He was.
Regardless of the Superman game, you definitely have to have like that's what I was saying. Like,
Like-
if you talk about the Spider-Man 2 game, like how when Peter
Yeah.
had to go
Mhm.
to whatever their
Yeah.
foundation was, and you were definitely out of suit, especially when you were doing the Miles chapters too. Like there were a lot of points where you were out of suit. You gotta have that for sure.
Like I think the best Superman game that you really could get would be like a Justice League game where you can pick between the characters. So you could have your Superman moments, you can have a Batman detective moment, you can have a Flash do whatever.
But then
I
so
think
so
everything
so
y'all
so
said is why they don't
so
have
you
a
go
good
back to what I
Superman game in
said.
the first
Superman
place.
won't work as a solo game. You can't get
but that's what I mean. That's
That's why
because
they don't
y'all
have
just-
it. That's
I know
why-
that's what I'm saying.
That's because you just explained like nobody wants to do the actual part that would be like what is still Superman.
I think it could. I think you could do a Superman game in the vein of the Insomniac Spider-Man games. It's-
Right. But I mean, I feel like we
You
have
gotta
those.
have, but you.
Because you just
I
find the
know.
rings and all that.
That was not in the vein.
Yeah.
Do not disrespect Insomniac Spider-Man game.
I'm just
No.
saying, you
No.
for that.
No.
I'm just saying, they tried to do a Superman like that already.
That was worse than the Spider-Man 2 game.
And he was just
The,
flying through rings and
the
shit.
movie Spider-Man 2 game. And I enjoyed that one.
And like I said, I feel like a lot of Superman games, that's the problem. A lot of Superman games that we've gotten, I feel like we're in the vein of the old Superman. Like that's why you just had this nigga flying around doing human shit. And it's like y'all still making Superman based off of that. Where it's like there is like I
So
agree.
you
Like, I agree, there is
should
no-
cold breath put this fire out real
Like,
quick.
I agree,
Like,
there's
come on,
no-
G,
there is
I
no
want to
threat.
punch somebody.
I think this
I'm
is right.
Superman.
You gotta make it like an invasion storyline. Whether you want to if you want to say Brainiac, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
Shit,
kind
it
of
can be dark side.
Yeah,
It's just you need.
And that's really what it is,
You
too. They
need
haven't made that
need
game.
the base goons that Superman can fight.
I don't think you
and
do
also
Dark
the
Side
villain.
because
I know. I'm just saying.
that's too much to do for a first game.
True. That is true. I'm just
I
saying.
mean,
I'm just saying who would have like this?
Oh, yeah, fair.
Like a pyramid. Like you need base goons that I can punch without killing.
Yeah.
Because or if I'm killing, it got to be a being that I'm. And even then, Superman he an alien. He don't want to kill aliens either. So it's like pretty much.
But you gotta have something where you know the first with if it's an alien invasion,
Yeah.
you know for a fact fact that, well, not know for a fact,
Robot
but you're
invasion
more
is
likely
something.
to believe that like this thing is strong enough that one hit ain't finna take them
Yeah.
out. Whereas if you see Superman punch a human villain, or
That's why they got these robots. Or something.
They got the robots, and
Yeah.
they got to be something.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's the problem, though, the fact that you really, I think no one has the vision of really making a game that really just shows
that
the
and
grand scale.
WB Games is,
Like the grand scale of who Superman is, though. Like,
Right.
WB Games is in the world of hurt.
But so listen, I do want to talk some of these trailers because we haven't talked about a lot of things. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Before we get into the trailers, I just want to get thoughts on Thunderbolts. Did everybody see Thunderbolts?
You still ain't see it? You didn't want to see it?
I just ain't had time. I don't have time.
I mean,
I enjoyed Thunderbolts.
I did too.
Without going into
But y'all could definitely talk about it.
without going too far in
you
depth.
saw it?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
Y'all
Yeah.
can talk about it.
I enjoyed it more than. Okay, I know people don't want to stop comparing it, but unfortunately, it's compared. It's Suicide Squad, but Marvel. And to me, it's better than both Suicide Squads. I've been on record. I do not like any of the Suicide Squads. So I thoroughly enjoy Thunderbolts because the one thing that I loved about early Marvel is that they were giving us characters that were, the names, but they not of a lot of them wasn't the biggest draw in comics, and they made us care. When Marvel had me, when I was like, they actually made me care about the Guardians of the Galaxy. I had no interest in the Guardians of the Galaxy when they first announced it. I was like, who the fuck is this ragtag group? I don't care about them. And they are one of my favorite group. That is one of my favorite franchises in all of the MCU and everything like that. And so with Thunderbolts, I was like, going into this, I said the only person I really care about in here is Yelena. I started losing.
Damn, you ain't care about Bucky.
I started losing interest in Bucky. I started losing interest after Falcon and Winter Soldier. I started losing interest in Bucky. I didn't care about his political campaign, and I like Red
That threw
Guardian.
me for a second.
Yeah, Red Guardian was funny. Didn't care much about
I was even
Taskmaster.
Red Guardian more than anybody.
Yeah, only because it's funny, right? And Yelena didn't care much about Taskmaster. Didn't care much about Ghost. Wasn't really big on Sentry in the comics in general. I know a lot about his story. Actually, wasn't really good. Like I said, same thing. Like I don't know. I wanted to see how they was going to do the Void, but they made me care about everybody in this group. And I said, and that's what captured me. I was like, yeah, I rock with this. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
I enjoyed it. Like my biggest question mark going into it was how are they going to handle Sentry? Because of the team that was around.
It was all hands.
And it was like, how you finna end this? Because it don't make sense to me. So I like the route that they took around mental health and being like, okay, we're gonna help you conquer your mental health, and that's sort of how you win. I felt like that was really interesting. But overall, it was a fun time. Like it was that group together is hilarious.
Yeah, I rocked with it.
Leaving Falcon in a Winter Soldier, I didn't really like. Obviously, John Walker.
Oh yeah.
Nigga had me dying. This time. Had me dying. Like I knew Wyatt Russell was a good actor.
Yeah.
I've seen him in other stuff, but I feel like Marvel wasn't giving John Walker like a lot to chew on. So like for them to be like, hey, no, we're gonna let you get some comedic chops. It was great.
What's that kind of bullshit? I didn't know. I'll let it slide.
McCarty?
No, fam, I thought it was great. I think it was like I enjoyed the second Suicide Squad, but I felt like I saw a lot of the second Suicide Squad in this.
Okay.
And this was actually portrayed a lot better. I like I said, for me, Red Guardian is who I really wanted to see. Because I didn't think he was gonna have a major role, but I thought he was gonna really kind of show him, like at least get his shit off. You know what I'm saying? As the person that really competes with Cap, with Cap or whatever. And I was looking, but I already knew. I think the way they did the trailer, I think everybody thought like Bucky was gonna really be the guiding at some point, like he was coming in and then go move it, but knowing after a while, like Yelena, he was like Yelena.
Yeah, definitely Yelena's story.
Yeah, it was, definitely Yelena's story. And I feel like everybody together having such small moments in MCU. And getting a movie together, it like I feel like even though I got all those little moments of them, I learned more about them all together. Just, you're saying, and just how they interacted with each other. And I think they did a great marketing with it too. Like having the whole.
I think they messed up by bringing out the actual title too quickly.
Oh no, they did do that wrong.
Yeah,
they did do that wrong. They should have waited till they hit the DVD.
Because if they would have did it right around, let's see, because it came out beginning of, it was May 2nd, right?
Yeah.
So if they would have did it at least like they did it the end of the first weekend.
Yeah, they did.
Like if they would have waited 2 weeks, like if they did it like 16.
Yeah,
17,
when you out of the theaters.
that'd have made sense.
I think when they was like we finna turn this out of the theaters.
Wait, Trip said he got it opposing.
I like the way they did it, you know, because people are going to start calling it the New Avengers anyway after the movie. You know what I mean? So
that was just so you watched it.
Yeah, so I get it because people already knew that wasn't a for sure title. And
right?
They already told us that wasn't the real title of the movie anyway. That's what the asterisk was for.
Now,
so, I get it,
but I love that. I loved it that as a theme of the movie.
In film, yes, it was great.
Yeah,
I'm saying I didn't like because like
he didn't
I
like
didn't go see it till Tuesday.
He didn't like that the marketing was.
Oh, yeah,
also
right.
saying.
I didn't go see it till Tuesday, so it was already. I'm like
I like the marketing, but I
They
didn't
don't
like
change the name of the film that you buy. When you still went to the movies, you still had to say it was a Thunderbolt.
But it was like when you watch it in the theaters, obviously, because I saw it after they'd already told everybody, "Oh, this is actually titled The New Avengers." Like, oh well, that don't hit it. That hit the same for me.
And that's what I said because if you did see, like I said, I saw it opening night,
Right?
So it hit.
Right.
The way they played, like you saw how they played it out in the movie when they walk out and they say, you just like y'all snap.
Yeah.
I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying?
Like
I fuck with
that's
that.
fire.
Like,
And I can get if somebody would have waited 2 weeks, 3.
Yeah.
I watched it 5 days after premiere, and it was already spoiled for me. That's weird. And I can get like if somebody like if Deuces would have accidentally told me, that's just
yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but for y'all official marketing to do it that quickly, I was like, really?
I mean, it's like you're really trying to get on the hype of everybody else, of course, saying it.
Yeah.
Now, but it's like you just, I mean, of course we know it, but I feel like in that sense, the rollout you're doing, that could have waited too. Let the internet eat and flourish with that, and then we're gonna, we're gonna do our
now on DVD.
Yeah,
also
coming soon. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I said DVD. That's crazy. Now I'm streaming.
But
my only pet peeve, and this is a twofer with what it's like, bro. Y'all really leaning in on this power of friendship shit.
Oh, it's Century.
Yeah, well, not even that, Captain. In Red Hawk was power of friendship too.
It was also because you had two.
Non-power human beings.
I know.
Like,
I agree. Listen, I agree. Both of them was like, how are y'all gonna stop this? Oh, power of friendship. But I was like, wait a minute.
But see, the thing I love about those though is because, like, I mean, if they wanted to, like, Century could have a moment of, what I'm saying, and really like, and be a threat to everybody else. But right now, it's like he's chilling. Like we just really, you know what I'm saying?
My one pet peeve was we already knew Taskmaster wasn't going to survive. But what made it so much worse is the actress. And shout out to her for it's got to. I'll say it got to be in her contract or something. She is at everything. Every promotional thing, she is there, front and center with them, just chilling. It's like, bro, you was going in.
Well, there's probably
quickly too.
There's probably a greater because they obviously they're gonna get back to the original Taskmaster, which is the guy. That's what they keep on talking about. But obviously, we're still dealing with the multiverse, so they're gonna wrap it up. So she knows. All right, I'm probably
her name went on the chair.
I know, but also, do you believe that was truly the full cast in the chair? No, you know what I'm saying?
The way she died so quickly, I don't know if she makes it.
They damn near shot that scene last too.
So technically, they were saying that originally, the original story before they started doing some different things, and they was like they don't even know if it was just like a full storyline. But John Walker was going to play like like he's way more evil in the comics and shit like that. Right. And so he was going to play a bigger role of being like the person and everything like that. So
I think that was I think. Because I've been seeing Wyatt Russell in too many other roles, and I think they was like, "Oh shit, he getting a little too popular. We can't make him." The villain sometimes got to go right away, so they're like, "Shit, we gotta keep him around."
So I mean, like I said, overall, like I said, I thought it was a good Marvel movie in regards to that. And then, like I said, we finally fucking got the Ironheart trailer. Which is crazy how long it took for them.
It's coming out next month. That's wild.
I'm gonna say real quick too before, like, what did you think of the end credit? Oh no, we talked.
No, we didn't. But you know what? I've been listening to a lot of theories and everything.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I'm actually leaning way more on Will Ferrell's theory.
Oh, I think I heard about that.
Yeah,
but I feel like we talked about that in this too. Where we said
I think we talked about it.
I think one of my theories was saying that Tony would be the one. That's Tony coming back.
Yeah,
you said when we were just talking about how we do.
What was his theory? Because I didn't hear.
You said are you sure we good at the topic? Because it's
you're talking about Ironheart, right?
No.
You're talking about the end credit scene of
Thunderbolts. So like I say, for those who don't know, spoiler alert. But you see the Fantastic Four ship flying into the atmosphere and everything coming to Earth.
Somebody told me that.
Yep, and then Will.
It's like what, a year later? I think it was.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and Will Ferrell's theory is that is not the Fantastic Four in there. That is going to be either a variant of Doomsday or whatever the case. But what they saying, he's saying that the Fantastic Four team that we saw, that's not them in that first one.
Yeah.
And I said so.
But that's what I said. My theory was that I said that they was probably going to have Tony. That's why I said it would throw everybody off, and everybody would be shocked to see Tony.
Yeah.
But it was like in the whatever movie, Doomsday movie is going to be the fact that Doom, whatever they handled in Fantastic Four movie, Doom gets away.
They lost.
Yeah, like,
we know they lose in that movie.
Like I feel like the Fantastic Four actually loses and Doom get away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Doomsday starts because when he gets back into our timeline.
I don't think Doom is the villain in fact. Like it's very clearly Galactus.
Yeah.
And so
this is why I feel like whatever. So this is after listening to Will Ferrell theory. This is what I think is going to happen in Fantastic Four. We're going to see Doom at the very, very end. It's going to either be an end credit or whatever like that.
Yeah.
They're going to lose to Galactus, whatever the case, and they're going to end up having to escape. But it's going to be one of those. Wait, who the fuck is this? And it's going to be Doom that's going to actually take the ship and leave, or whatever the case may be. We're going to leave. The fate of this Fantastic Four is going to be up in the air, but it's really going to be Tony leaving there. It's going to lead to Doomsday, and then the opening entrance sequence of Doomsday is Fantastic Four getting to this universe to kind of say, "Hey, this is what's going on." That's the idea. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm leaning into.
I don't know, because I in the trailer, they were showing the Fantastic Four trailer. They were showing like they were back. It was after they're already. Like, it was after they already had their power, so it clearly wasn't the
yeah, they've already
they already been fighting for a while.
They already been fighting for the time.
So that means Victor Doom is
that trailer of them. Well, not all, because Victor don't always get his power directly with him.
True, that's true.
So I think that like them when they're going back, are you gonna say? Are we gonna be okay? He looking back like, you guys gonna be okay? That was a lie. He like, bro, we gotta get out of here. That's going to lead up to the final fight with Galactus. But like, I was like, that's still like getting out of the.
But see, like,
the first family building on the universe is crazy.
Not like Bella in that moment, but I'm thinking that's them going to the final fight with Galactus, and so that's how when it goes. That shit get out of here.
That's right.
That's a lot.
All right, so yeah, Ironheart trailer though. Like I said, one, it's like I'm like it took them a long. I don't know what the fuck, why it took them so long to get us this trailer.
Faith in it.
Yeah, that's why I got.
Which is wild, especially with the. Listen, after Sinners went, I was like, "Hey, nigga, load that trailer now, bro." Ryan Coogler, bro.
After
He's just the producer.
Either way it goes, that nigga red hot. I don't give a fuck.
Shit out of that name.
But Ryan Coogler's Ironheart, bro.
I mean, no, the actual like the trailer I've seen of it definitely like bold.
His name was
The first thing you see, Ryan Coogler, executive producer,
right?
also director of
Right.
Black Panther. You're like, damn, bro.
But what do y'all think? I'm gonna start with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because we talked a lot about this. So, what are y'all thoughts on the Ironheart trailer?
You can go ahead first.
I rock with it. I like the small bit that they showing us and giving us a little bit of the bad, but I think it took too long though, man. It's kind of fucked up because it come out next month and it's like there's no real build up for it, and but seeing the reaction that it got, I can understand why they waited so long to bring it out.
I mean, I think it's a series, so I don't like you said. I don't know if they.
But it's only gonna be in 2 weeks.
Yeah, they doing 3 episodes.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Is like
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily say that I think that they don't have hope for it. I think they're gonna drop it the same way they did like She-Hulk, where it's just a carryover. It's not gonna expand anything. It's not gonna make a big difference at all. Besides maybe with the character and make you care about her more. The only thing I did not like is like the way they're trying to, the way that the trailer presented her situation. It just seems so naive of a very smart person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I didn't like that. Like, I don't want it to be just about her chasing the money to get her own thing going on after you've already experienced Wakanda and, what I'm saying, like other entities that can help you. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it just seemed like it's cheapening her as a character. To where it's like, oh, you'll do anything as long as somebody throws some money at you. Like I didn't like that as a trailer.
So here's why I think it's going to be good.
I think it's the wrong time. No. I think
I do agree with that.
It was done a long time ago.
It was filming in like 2022.
I do agree it's the wrong
It's not gonna
time.
make no sense for it.
I do agree it's the wrong time. But here's where I believe that it's going to be a sleeper. right now, from what I've seen with Marvel, is that the shows that they often think that they be dragging their ass with because they're like, you know what I'm saying, or I don't think it's going to be impactful. It's impactful, right? The ones that they be kind of going in, they're like, y'all really trying to force this, make us like this. Some of those would be the ones, even the big name ones, they be like I said, they thought for sure Love and Thunder was going to be it. They was all in on that. They was all in on the Eternals. And though I like the Eternals, it didn't land. It didn't stick to land. They did.
No, they didn't. Love and Thunder, I think they thought that was going to be a hit strictly off of just the director.
Right. No, I agree. Like, they put a lot of sauce on a lot of things.
I don't know if they watched that and was like, this is it.
No, either way it goes. I'm saying when you start seeing them put a lot of sauce on certain things,
fair,
it's like
okay.
that type, right? But then like that, it'd be ones that like I said that you be like, why y'all didn't go in? Like you know what I'm saying? That was like, and so I got fed. I like the storyline. From what I know from the comics and everything like that, it is seemingly following a couple of like I said, staying true to the comics and everything. I'm interested in a story. My main thing is, again, like I said, where I feel like it might be the wrong time. My only concern and my main thing is like, all right, like we are in a point like where in the phase where it's like, all right, things have to connect. Like I get it. We always say we don't need things to connect, but where we're at right now and what we're leading to, I'm sorry, these next few projects have to connect. So now I'm like, are y'all shoehorning this Ironheart in? Like, is this going to connect or is this not? Because if not, then it's going to really have a lackluster impact because you're like, why did y'all give us this? What was the purpose of this?
I mean, and that's why I said I feel like it's. I just don't like it.
I don't see it connecting because you're introducing. For me, I don't know who the people are, but you're introducing new villains, new scenarios in the same environment. It's just like I was saying about like Daredevil and Spider-Man. Like y'all always have these individual problems in neighborhoods where there should be, everybody should know what the fuck going on because you're in Manhattan or you're in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
well, this one in Chicago.
Well, no, but I'm saying if you have you're all. That's why I don't think this is gonna connect necessarily because it's like you're just gonna be adding a bunch of shit that ain't nobody else gonna have no involvement in, and it can once it's over, it's over.
I mean, only way I can see it connecting is it's just gonna be an end credit thing. It's either gonna be that she runs into Captain America or she runs into somebody else that will connect the story that will need her help. Because that's like for me, that's why I said for me it's the wrong time. Because I feel like the story is gonna feel like when we were getting introduced to all the kids, like the Kate Bishop story,
and it's gonna be out of place for where we are and what's going on.
It's like you said, we're ready for the real shit now. So it's gonna be a very childish setup, which it is. Like you said, going through Wakanda and all this kind of stuff before. Even if your villain is just some super rich dude who wants to give you this opportunity to make some money, and you realize that this nigga just wants your tech. Like, why haven't you just ran this for sure?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think he super rich dude. He got magic. Like that hood.
Yeah, the hood.
The hood. That's where it's like
he's not rich. He just
like the hood dude. Like
he's just smart as well. Like I said, part of
that's where I think it could because like the hood.
The hood dude is like an anti-hero.
And I guess
he was
like
a bad
that
guy.
It's supposed to give him like he can tap into like the dark arts and like magic and stuff. So that's where you get the. At some point, Doctor Strange got to hear about this.
That's what I said. Like, that's what I said.
Well, it depends. Because remember that nigga off world.
I was just gonna say,
he in a whole different world. We don't know how often Wong get in contact with Doctor Strange. Now Wong probably knows what's going on Earth.
Wong might hear about this.
But also he might be chilling with Madison with the Y. And that's what you think.
But that would be. That's what I'm saying. I feel like that would be then I need 2 end credits. That's the comic end credit. That Wong pop back up real quick. Like, I'm gonna need that hood back, bro. You know what I'm saying? and just get back out. Yeah. But that ain't connecting shit. That just shows the comic of Wong and them. So like I said, that's what I say. Even if that's the end credit scene, then the last episode, or whatever, has to bring in another. Because my thing is, all we're gathering is all the humans right now. Everybody, the Thunderbolts are all human people. Captain America's a human person. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Ironheart's a human person too. So they all got to get intertwined.
I didn't even realize that. Well,
wait,
do we consider Sentry a Thunderbolt?
No, Sentry is
he
Bob. He's Sentry.
Bob. Okay, I was saying, but I never noticed that.
But that's together. Yeah. Like, as the reboot,
my
everything.
Question, payoff wise, if the payoff, let's say the payoff is only the cap of we are establishing our Young Avengers, would that be enough for you to call it a payoff?
Yep, I'll be fine with that. Like if the whole series goes through and they do the Nick thing, but it's Sam.
Yeah,
like I'm trying to put a thing together,
and they established like, all right, dude, like because we already saw Kamala already recruiting and everything. So let's say at the end of this one, it's not like the connection is we are establishing this is our Young Avengers team. And
they come to them like, hey, they because now you're talking about a connection. They can come in like, hey, bro, we got a lot of shit we got to do off world. Y'all got this. Yeah, y'all all together.
Like, y'all and I think that's what I said because that would work. I just feel because what we're going to get right now is because what they already did with Thunderbolts. Mm-hmm. We have to get whatever the fuck happened between a year up until Doomsday happened. So like the end credit of Thunderbolts was already a year later.
Yep.
So after they became the Avengers, which I feel like that would be the only thing that would be saving grace too. They announced the news thing.
In somewhere inside there.
The reason why I don't think they're going to announce it news-wise because we got to establish that we got two Avengers. We got the Avengers and the new Avengers.
Well, that's why they might announce it.
Because remember, Sam...
But that's what I'm saying. So that's why I said
because announce it just as a news, I would be so upset. Like, I want to see that conflict.
Like they might be, it might just be a news thing. Like, hey, so like it might be a throwaway, just an Easter egg to let you know, like, hey, this is where this is at.
Okay, that I thought you were saying it's like all right.
No, but I would
love to know the resolution. I want to know that there's conflict between.
I would love.
There's clearly going to be some resolution. I saw a rumor that was like Yelena is going to be working with Sam in Doomsday, so something's going to happen.
Yeah, like I said, because I was gonna say I would love that the ending is. Or even if they want to keep some kind of like underlining,
and then they just started filming Vision.
We already know that New Avengers is like saying what it is, and because we know Sam has a New Avengers in the sense too.
Announced it.
Like so, it's like the underlining thing could still be in her series. Is like I'm just trying to get on the Avengers, and we don't know which one approaches this.
I don't want to be on the B Avengers. I want to be on the B Avengers
because like I said, this could be like I said because I don't know what other shit comes after this as far as show wise, but this.
Ironheart got pushed back.
Was Spider-Man to be the next thing that'll come out before?
Now that Doomsday got pushed back.
Both of them got pushed back to December of the year. So December 26th and December 26th.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I feel like that's what I'm saying. I feel like
Spider-Man and Daredevil season 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like
I think they just announced they might be adding what's his face too. The two niggas, Iron Fist and
they both of them are in New York at the same time right now, and so they're thinking. So it's rumored that they might be filming and reprising their roles.
What's his name? They've already announced that she's coming back.
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones. We're talking about Luke Cage and Iron Fist. Yeah. But wait, before we move too far, King, for you, would that be enough to be a payoff for Ironheart if it ends up they end up capping off with establishing the Young Avengers? Cameron.
Kind of, no, yes, a little bit, because you kind of already gave us like a little bit of that with the series from a couple years ago, right? So the Hawkeye situation,
that's what I said.
Her being in Wakanda,
I know what you're saying. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Ironheart being in Wakanda forever, like all of that stuff, they were already introduced. So my only issue is like how much more introducing.
So not introducing, I'm saying them actually together. And establishing that this is you see Kate Bishop, you see Kamala, you see Riri, you see you actually get the first glimpse of this is the Young Avengers together.
Well, not really, because to me it still don't mean shit. Like think about it, like from my perspective, until you introduce X-Men, until you introduce that current timeline's Fantastic Four, which I think Doom will do. What is y'all purpose being the Young Avengers besides just being on Earth
for that?
Just being on Earth, handling little shit, which, like you said, Spider-Man, you already got other people in that place, and they're going to be so young and inexperienced. I just don't see them having a bigger role in anything in Marvel for like maybe another 5 movies.
So it might not be a super huge role, but here's what I'm thinking, and probably the reason why when I think about Secret Wars, the easiest way to kind of do that Secret Wars is just have factions. Right, so you're gonna have the Avengers, you're gonna have the New Avengers, you're gonna have X-Men, you're gonna have the Young Avengers, you're gonna have the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like you're gonna have all these ragtag groups in this world of Secret War.
Yeah, because you got that too. You got the new Guardians of the Galaxy that they put together.
So it's like that's why I believe that, like I said, with this, the logical thing to do is just say, all right, we've been slowly building this Young Avengers. Let's just finally get it out there. This is our Young Avengers, and then moving forward, if we do anything Young Avengers, y'all know that this is the team, right? Again, I agree with you, and I agree with you, Bacardi. It is out of place right now. They should have been did this and everything like that. But to me, the only way that you can retcon it really is by setting up the Young Avengers, and at least even if you don't put them in nothing like soon, we already have this established team. Because it's clear the way that they're doing Doomsday is that we're not doing no origins. We're bringing the Fox X-Men over because you guys are already familiar with it. So it's clear that there's like, look, we just need y'all to know who the teams are. So now y'all know what we're working with, and then boom.
So the problem I have with it is when you have that type of hierarchy of teams, some teams gonna just get left out, right? That's why Teen Titans are considered the Teen Titans. You know what I mean? Like they'll never they'll never put them in a position where it's like they're the main star. We make them a big name movie, and it's gonna be for the adults because this is what y'all built as. So if you're building another one of those right now, bro, you might as well end that shit. Because don't nobody want to see, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to see Kate Bishop. I don't want to see Ironheart. I don't want to see Kamala Khan fighting regular niggas. I don't want to see y'all fight aliens.
I don't think they're gonna fight regular niggas.
No, I don't want to see y'all fight aliens. I don't want to see them
fighting humans.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like this is what I was saying. They're gathering the human people and like I guess you would say like lower just street level people, same as X-Men in them. Like they really are. They're just the same. So I feel like they're using this setup.
X-Men are a little higher than the young Avengers.
Only when they out of the city.
The young Avengers, I'm saying.
Oh, I mean,
like if you're talking about like the new Avengers, parallel, right? But if you're talking about those, like they don't have enough experience. You don't got enough power. Period. Diversity of powers to be formidable to go up against the X-Men. But so I can't put you in the same category.
X-Men doesn't save. They don't save the world though.
Like how the Avengers, in a sense,
they get pulled together to help save.
It depends on which storyline they're going with, and that's why I think again that I do believe the retcon. That's why I think at the end of Secret Wars, like so we already talked about it, but at the end of Secret Wars, they're going to establish this X-Men superhero crew that are going to be saving the world.
Yeah, but they're going to be part of the team to save the world. They're not going to.
No, there's going to be X-Men. We're going to move away from the Avengers. I guarantee you. I'm not going to say guarantee, but I'm willing to bet that when the Secret Wars is all over and we go into the Mutant Saga, the Avengers is going to be on the back burner. It's going to be and X-Men are going to be front and center.
Because they already signed
for the next 10, 15 years.
Bro, they already signed Kelsey Grammer. He literally just did an interview. Talking about how
but that's what I'm saying. But there is no
X-Men versus Avengers.
There is no easily. Like other than Apocalypse, there's no extinction level events. I feel like that. Like it's like in the sense of their own. Within their own beef.
I mean,
like it's always, you know
what
I'm saying?
They got
the Phoenix Saga.
That's their own beef.
You got them.
Bro, you had
Sentinel Saga.
I was gonna say the Sentinel Saga.
That's their own beef.
But Carter's talking about outside of it being just X-Men.
Like I said, when we talk
Like,
about comparing it to the Avengers, like the Young Avengers are still gonna fight a global threat. Like X-Men fight their own beef.
No, they fought with Iron Man
and
everyone else.
That's what I said.
Against I think multiple.
Like but I'm saying like they get put on as a strong team to help in events. But even if you, like, I'm just trying to correct where you're trying to say like they were like neck and neck. I'm like they don't solve any extinction level events like the Avengers.
Technically, because again, I forgot.
Like the only one that was big is Apocalypse.
No, Mr. Sinister.
No, wait.
We're not talking about Sinister.
You forgetting something.
Yeah, Mr. Sinister.
Them niggas could do it themselves, bro.
Magneto.
Jean Grey could end us all at any moment. Nigga, the professor could go in Cerebro and kill all the black people at any time he wants. That's what makes them special because they are the extinction level threat that they choose not to be as well. I could do anything I want to, but I do this for the betterment of mankind. That's why mankind don't like them.
And
that's different than the Young Avengers who just y'all some young niggas that got some talents that we need y'all help. Like Kamala Khan, think about this. Kamala Khan was given all her talent by the Vandals. So if you take them off, what is she? She's just smart. If she can't stretch
the last episode of hers said that she had an actual literal mutation.
Yeah. She's a mutant. You're right. She's a mutant. But that's also, I think, triggered by the power. Just like
Namor or something like that.
Namor shit was triggered by his power being introduced when he was little.
But what was you?
I was just gonna say I get what you like. I still like, I understand that space of Jean and them being like extinction level. I mean, even in the sense
Nigga,
extinction
Magneto
level,
could stop the Earth from
I mean,
spinning.
technically,
Right now.
X-Men dealt with way more extinction levels than the Avengers.
but it's
all
only
day.
it's been Nate beat. Like, it ain't
I
been,
know, but I get his name, but why is that a knock against them?
But I'm saying because I guess my thing is like
You can say that about the Avengers too. Like all that
Yeah.
world domination shit is really just their beef. Like
It's-
Thanos
it's-
coming
yeah.
back was
Ultron was
their beef.
there. They
Nigga,
beef?
their beef.
Was their
Motherfucking
beef.
the organization, what's the name? Hydra. Their beef.
I
Like,
just never feel like the villains of like X-Men is actually trying to take over the world.
But see,
like they're not trying
but
to.
see, that's why.
There's
That's
not
why.
world domination.
But see, that's why. But they are, and that's why. And that's why they got more meat on the bone to actually deal with. You got to think. Right now, if an X-Men property came out right now, they just said Magneto's the villain trying to take over the world, more people will identify that. In Avengers, we had to set up Thanos because more people didn't know about Thanos. The reason why they keep on trying to do the Phoenix Saga is because a lot of people know that this is the saga that fucks shit up.
I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like the Phoenix Saga.
I guess, what is the actual debate here?
Well, that's what I'm trying to. He's saying that right now, X-Men, their beast is all just in. It's just their property. They don't have outside worldly extinction levels.
I was saying in the sense of because y'all said like when they get introduced that we done and we finna just get X-Men.
Yeah, we're about to lead into the
like,
X-Men.
For like the next 10, 15 years, that's like the leading thing of everything. And I'm like, that one just seems a little bit harder for me as a stretch.
Because
I can see them
where else would you go?
I can see them having their own shit. Like they're just like but like I said,
Where else would you
they
go
would
with
always
the
have their
Avengers?
own because they always do fight themselves.
They're gonna have
what
their own
we
saga.
get now is bigger movies where they might work together with the Avengers to stop a threat. But you just gonna get X-Men movies.
But what threat? Like so, they just introducing
Like, you wouldn't
Galactus.
do, like, the
we doing Doom and we're doing Doomsday and everything like that. Where else they gonna go?
If you do the Jean Saga, that doesn't. As far as maybe I'm just not familiar as much as far as I remember reading the comic. It still was an X-Men problem. Like they wouldn't bring him.
Well, no, they did.
So like you are getting
Well,
rid of
no,
everybody.
they did. They brought in Avengers.
Because at one point Scarlet Witch and Jean Grey had to throw down.
Yeah. And nigga, Captain America and them was there. They didn't trust each other, but they had to work with the X-Men to even get to that point.
And when there was no more mutants, the X-Men, the Avengers was part of the team that tried to help. But again, it was
that's
still
all intertwined. Like y'all saying, like they gonna be gone. Like
no. So when I say back burner, I mean kind of like what's the best example I can say in regards to it?
Well, you're gonna have to introduce them the same way you just did all these other characters. So I think that's what he mean. Like once we bring in this new version of the X-Men, you're gonna have to go back and tell the tale of that group to build up to the
not
next
even
point.
that. The main storyline is going to be X-Men based, where it's going to be like you said, it's going to be oh shit, we need Tony for this real quick, or we need Doctor Strange for this real quick. But it's still an X-Men story, like how the Avengers is right now, where every now and then they pull back. Oh shit, we also got Ant-Man in this one, even though he's an Avenger. Or oh, you know what?
I mean,
you
I
know, Vision might not. Like,
I guess
that's what I mean. Like
especially
not like they're gonna be gone. I mean, like the focus is going to be X-Men and the mutants and dealing with that with a splash of Avengers.
Because I mean, I get that. Because I mean, I think even in the space you got to think about it, like this is MCU. Like this is not comic. Like so they're gonna find ways to put everybody in.
Yeah.
Because they gotta big up the mutant aspect.
Yeah,
There was
like,
already a report in the Wall Street Journal that the next saga was going to be heavily mutant based.
Yeah.
They said Kevin Feige said he has a 10-year plan for mutants. That's all. That's all. I was really confused. I didn't know what the debate was.
I didn't know all those things. So that's
No,
why
that's fair. Y'all kept going back and forth. I couldn't control what the conversation was going. I didn't know what was going on.
I don't know what the fuck I just.
No, I mean, I guess even in my sense, I was still trying to get explanation because if you said Feige did it, I'm like,
Yeah, no,
I'm trying to understand how would you do 10-year stretch with it.
Yeah, no, that's the one because I truly do think that this is a soft reboot. So a lot of these heroes who are cast right now, they are cast to Secret War.
Yep, and that's why.
And then once you start again,
Something different.
That's it.
So like
Whatever
some of
the
the younger
results,
ones probably are still going to be around. Like you're probably still going to have your Kamala Khan, you're going to have your Kate Bishop, all of them. But Chris Hemsworth, the Thor, probably. He said I don't know if he wanted to do a Thor 5, so he might be done. Benedict Cumberbatch he'll probably still be around.
I think he did say he wanted to do a Thor 5.
He wants to rebrand.
He wants to redo it.
He
He
didn't like the send-off. He didn't like Thor. That's right.
Hey, run that back. Run that back.
That's right. He did say he didn't like Thor.
So I mean, I can see that.
No
I mean,
more
like,
Tiki Wakiki
And
on
this is
my
why,
shit.
you know what? And this is where I believe he's going to get that. Because if anything Marvel has showed me is that they are heavy on, you know what, we'll give you a redemption. Because the fact that they bringing back Channing Tatum, that pissed me off. The fact that they bring him back, like I said, if the reports are true and they bring back old boy that played Iron Fist, I'm like, oh, y'all just giving everybody redemption at this point now. Y'all just saying,
he begged for it though.
I don't give a fuck.
He said he wanted to do
I know
it
he
again.
begged for it.
Yeah.
So did Channing Tatum. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, you had your shot. It was That's all.
I think Channing Tatum did a great job.
I don't think he did. Oh boy, who did the Iron Fist? Like, bro, you talking about bro? You had 2 seasons and a Defenders show. You had your shot. Get the fuck out of here. Like you said, but again, it's clear that Feige and Marvel, they're like, look, hey, yeah, we give you this redemption.
I don't know. There's been no confirmation that Iron Fist is coming back.
Well, I'm saying the real whole rumor is because both of them are in New York right now at the same time, and they're saying like,
Yeah.
so that's the only. But I'm saying if like I said, if they on redemption arc, I can see them like, yeah, all right, we got you, Thor. Like, you know, we got you, Hemsworth. Like, you know what I'm saying? So either way it goes, I don't know. Like I said, I just want to see where things are going to go in regards to that.
I think in regards to like the MCU being focused on the
that's what I'm
X-Men
thinking about,
moving
yeah.
forward, it's going. I don't think.
Like I think they are just gonna be a group, but they're not like the focal.
Nah, y'all bugging.
The report
like-
said the focus.
Y'all bugging.
Like, I mean, no, you said
y'all
so
bugging.
is
I'm
the
thinking
report-
that wait, y'all don't think
Let
that
me
they
question
will work?
Is the report the focus X-Men or the focus is on mutants?
No, that the focus on the
Mutants or
MCU. Well, he said the X-Men and mutants. So it's like.
Okay. So I mean,
I
that's
feel
why.
like the way Kevin Feige is using mutants and
There ain't
X-Men,
no-
he's
wait,
using
wait,
them
wait, wait.
interchangeable.
If it was,
What other mutants
even if
are
you just
there?
said mutant,
Besides
who
what they
else
talked
would they
about
focus
already?
on? G?
You got other.
If somebody said, "Hey, I'm doing a mutant saga,"
Who you talking
who
about?
we talking about? It's the X-Men. Who the fuck else would I
We got-
What the fuck?
I mean, I guess like that's what I'm saying. My thing is, it's just my thing is understanding that space because like if you said me that y'all finna wipe everybody out,
I don't think
I'm
that-
just trying to see how that looks.
I don't think so. I don't think white. I think we're going to reestablish who the new characters of these, and that's why they're going to be sprinkled in. Because at the end of Secret Wars, like Did said, a lot of the older actors is going to be their final run, right? But we're going to have to establish a new Captain America, a new Iron Man, whoever these
have
new
a new
characters,
Captain
these new
America.
actors are playing it.
Yeah.
They're not going to be. We're not going to
said
go. And, all
what?
right.
You have a Captain America.
No, I'm just saying in general. I'm just saying in general.
I don't think
Anthony
Sam.
Mac-
No,
I don't think
I
Sam.
don't know if
I
y'all
don't
been
think
hearing
Sam.
Anthony
Hold on,
Mackie
yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
No, I ain't talking about the Marvel. I don't know if y'all been hearing Anthony Mackie talk. That man sound like he is ready to be done.
Yeah, but but
Bro, he looks like
nonetheless,
he getting older. He ain't trying to do all this.
but nonetheless, like you got to think, like I said, they're gonna have to establish it. And what I'm saying is, we're not gonna get all right now that we in this mutant saga. All right, we're doing X-Men, but also we're gonna get this new Iron Man movie. We're like, no, it's gonna be we're gonna get a string of mutant movies. We're gonna whether it's X-Men, whether they say, all right, we're gonna do a Jean Grey story, we're gonna do a Beast story, whatever the case, we're gonna do these stories, but. Some of these, whoever these established new Avengers are going to be the ones popping up. They're going to be on some Peggy Carter's type ish, some
Yeah, I'm
like
not-
stuff
I
like
can see
that.
it. I can
Well,
see
it's supposed
it.
to be a 10-year plan, so you got to
Mhm.
figure it's not like you're gonna get day one. Oh, here we go, Phoenix Saga. Like,
Yeah.
no, you're gonna. It's
But I
gonna
mean, that's
be,
what I said. That's what I said. So I guess that would make sense to me then if what we're getting is the X-Men that we do see that pop up.
Mhm.
But that still don't make no sense because my thing is like if the X-Men that pop up we saw and they're the Fox X-Men, they went through everything
But
already.
they're not going to
they're
be
not
them.
gonna-
That's what I'm saying. All
Secret
these
Wars,
people who are
is-
talking,
Everybody
who are-
that was there,
yeah.
that's their final ride. That's why it's Secret War. It's the bat because if you watch if you not watch that, if you read the comics and everything, after this big battle and the reset, then they get into the think about like the new 52 or whatever. They get into the new storylines and the new established story. Most of the people in Secret Wars is not going to last. Whatever's going to happen.
Some of the Marvel people might. I'm gonna let you know. Everybody who is an X-Men coming in, that's it. They are here.
I don't think
for
everybody. I think a few. I think they're gonna keep a few.
I don't.
I don't know
That
who.
wouldn't make sense to me.
They gonna
if you
keep a
kept
few.
They not.
They gonna
But
keep
see,
a
that's what
few.
I'm saying. So now you telling me. So this tell me this then. That's what I'm trying
You
to
think
say.
nobody
So we get
is?
the 10 year.
Not
Yeah,
one.
'cause
Any of them who are X-Men
Not
coming
one?
in. Every single one of them are done. They are here for Doomsday and Secret War.
Okay.
So that's what I'm
That's
saying.
it.
So, are you telling me in this 10-year or 10-year run, we finna get we finna start over for real, where we finna get all these origins with
No origins. The reason why I don't think it's going to be origins, and the reason why I think that the way that they're doing this is that they're going to do it. They're going to because we're going to get introduced to an X-Men team from another universe that has already been fully established as X-Men fighting together as a team. Right, that's kind of the reason why I believe that Deadpool and Wolverine donned the actual classic suits, because they was like, we're about to get into a world where these heroes are already here, and these are the heroes from our comics as well, right? And I believe that once whatever happens or however it plays out, once we start the continuation of the MCU again and it's focused on the mutant saga, it's just going to pick them up on. All right, you've seen you've seen this X-Men. You guys know most of these people's origins. We're not going back on origins. We're just picking up now like a comic.
The only thing you can do is really get into the arcs. Like you got
that's what I said. That is 10 years.
Like you got to immediately go into. You have to do a House of M. Like that's like
we don't know what storyline they're gonna do, but I do believe like this is a 10-year project. They're gonna. We don't got to go origin into a 10-year plan.
Yeah.
We just here and because like a lot of these arcs, you got to think that's why it's called an arc. A lot of arcs are multiple comics and everything. So let's say even if they did like the Phoenix Saga again. Well, I hope they don't, because they already felt
I know,
but not the first one. No. But let's say they already do the Phoenix Saga again. You already have an established X-Men team. You already explained like this team is already rocking, but now you have to deal with the slow build into the psyche of the Phoenix.
That's what throws me off though, because it's like that's what, and maybe and I definitely we need to get off it, but I'm just saying like. That's what throws me off, because it's like, where are you starting the X-Men from when you show them?
Well, we don't know yet.
Did they talk about adamantium?
Yeah, they already brought in adamantium.
That's
the war for
I don't know how this is a conversation. If y'all already know they just introduced adamantium over vibranium.
Yeah, they said that's
so
stronger,
if you
more valuable.
That's your Easter egg right there. We got this guy. We're gonna test this shit out on him. Your first arc is gonna be the Wolverine arc, the Weapon X program.
But then that's really still going back into the damn origins. Like, cause that means he don't know what, like the X-Men none of that yet.
Depends on how they do it.
It's a rebuild.
So that's what I'm saying. So are we starting from an actual origin story of the X-Men, or are we starting where we are?
So you already have an established X-Men, right?
There's a rumor of an Academy X show coming. So that's probably if that show is coming, that'll tell you where you start.
You already got doing some work. That's what I'm saying.
You already have an established X-Men. They never established that there was a Wolverine in their X-Men, right? From Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. So if you already have that, right? All you doing is, like you said, Secret Wars, you're introducing from multiverses different groups. You can make their first group that their first get together collaboration is, we got to rescue this guy we heard about, who's a powerful mutant that they're testing on. And then also, we got to remember, adamantium just got introduced into Earth 616. The whole reason for Secret Worlds is this whole different universe. Who's to say that the X-Men that we follow, the X-Men stories that we get, is going to be Earth 616? Who's to say that we're going to remain in Earth 616 after Secret Wars? That's the thing. Like I said, I believe that right now, even you got to think, a lot of times directors are generally on the same page, right? And everything like that. You see, James Gunn's is like, we ain't doing origins. These superheroes are already established and we're jumping into it. It would not be crazy for Kevin Feige to be like, that makes sense. You know, we did 15, 20 years of origins with the MCU. Let's just get into the shit and get into these arcs with these next moves in the mutant saga. Right.
But that's what that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess, and that's what I'm saying. I'm just asking, and we won't know. But that's what I'm just saying. Like, if you have to do an origin, if you're gonna have them established as the X-Men, like, so you are starting before the marriage of Jean and them, which was still like everybody was still together at that point. So now we're starting the Phoenix Saga, or we starting after they're married or did all that. You know what I'm saying?
I believe they're picking up right after X-Men 97.
All that I'm gonna say, all that can happen based off of.
No, season 2. I'm just saying in general. That's that X-Men team is going to be the same.
Like that would make sense.
Hold on.
With them creating Battle World, like they could literally already be X-Men and have their stories and all of that with them creating Battle World, because that's all of the universes coming together.
Yep.
Then after that, once they reset, then we just focus on the set of superhumans or whatever. But because they can already do that.
Like, I respect the X-Men 97 one. That would make more sense to me, because that would be the X-Men that we know. Mm-hmm. So then, all you're doing is bringing that animated group.
And the reason why I lean into it, I believe that this is my theory. And because it's the only thing that makes sense as of now, because again, that's if they're connecting it and trying to make that payoff. That beast that we saw was the Fox beast as well, right? That we saw at the end of the Marvels, but that beast was also accurate as for the X-Men 97 in regards to it, right? They say, so my thing is that, okay, if we're already established in this world and everything like that, we just go into that world. They're obviously already
like I'm fine with that.
But remember, they already used the same Professor X with the yellow chair.
That's what I'm saying. Like that makes sense. Like that's why I was trying to figure out like how do you run this? Because then you can start every arc because it was only a year later than the X-Men been set up as far as going by the cartoon. You know what I'm saying? So that would be an origin. You know what I'm saying? Like now that is the origin we already saw.
Yeah.
Is the cartoons. You know what I'm saying? And that's so now that makes clear to me. Like if you were just saying like we finna get a whole new set of X-Men coming.
Well, see, that's what.
No, it's gonna be continuity.
When I say whole new, it's more so whole new with live action. I believe that the whole reason why they said everything is connected is so they could be like, all right, now we don't got to do origins. We can just say, hey, watch that or do that or whatever.
I think what they did too, though, that went over people's head was like in Spider-Man when he went through the multiverses and they, you a whole guy, or whatever, he could fall through these different spaces. Yeah, that's what I think they're trying to like amplify. Don't look at one character because it's like, oh well, this guy's an animated version. No, nigga, that could be live action too.
Yeah, so no, that's what I said. That's what I said. Like
that's what I think they're gonna do.
Because I think that's one of the things that I said in the beginning during X-Men '97, where like I feel like they were gonna bring that X-Men group in. Like that would be the X-Men, and even doing the Deadpool and Wolverine, it was more or less like I thought the end credit was like you gonna send this nigga back to X-Men '97, and you realize like that's the connection. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but shit, before we get into recommendations, Trip, what is going on with WWE, man? I wanted to just make sure that we have a moment for you to tell us what we need to be focused on, what's popping in WWE. I just saw a crazy ass, was it Money in the Bank match?
No, it was Saturday night's main event. So they brought that back. It was like 80s televised TV wrestling event. They brought it back. It was shown on simulcast on NBC and Peacock. Yeah, they do that now. Yeah, and they do that now with AEW. AEW simulcast on HBO Max and TBS.
Okay.
So it's a thing. But no, it was a dope pay-per-view. Premium live event, my bad. It started off with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker defeating Sami Zayn and CM Punk, which is crazy. Seth Rollins has created his new faction with Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman after turning their back on the Tribal Chief. Just don't want to acknowledge him. Bronson Reed returns, joins Seth and Braun Breaker. So now he has this little evolution style faction. You got Zelina Vega defeated Chelsea Green for the United States title. That was a pretty dope match, going back and forth. Got Zelina Vega defeating Chelsea Green with an avalanche Code Red, just tore off the top of the rope. So it was pretty dope. Nice little back and forth between them two.
He said, "Man, I've been playing WWE 2K, so I know these moves now." So now I can
Then they had John Cena versus R-Truth, which was funny because R-Truth came dressed as John Cena, so it was.
What?
Yeah,
hey,
so
R-Truth is hilarious. I ain't gonna hold you. I used to hate that when I first saw R-Truth. Man, I just like, dude, this dude he seems like he's trying too hard, but I rock with him. I ain't gonna. He hilarious, bro.
Like, crazy. So the whole time they were calling him Ron Cena.
Ron Cena. Ron Cena.
But John Cena ended up beating him with a little bit of going low. He hit him in the dick. You know,
you just wanted to say that.
Dirty. So what's coming? What is this leading up to?
I think it's a big play for them to bring back Cody Rhodes, which we're gonna get into that later. Damian Priest then defeated Drew McIntyre in a cage match, which was pretty crazy. They went like them motherfuckers hate each other. Like they was throwing each other off the cage, just going crazy. Then the last match was Jey Uso versus Logan Paul. Right before the match, you had this interaction with John Cena and Jey Uso. Just basically, John Cena said he's gonna continue to ruin wrestling, somehow make it so that Logan Paul wins, and now you got the World Heavyweight Champion is a YouTuber. John Cena is walking out as the champion at the end of the year, so it's kind of hinting towards that. Meanwhile, during the match, Jey Uso is getting the upper hand. John Cena comes out and interferes, and they get ready to double team Jey Uso, and Cody Rhodes come back and saves the day. Allows Jey Uso to get the dub, and now they have a Money in the Bank tag match scheduled for in the next month. With John Cena and Logan Paul versus CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and Jey Uso.
Nice.
Man.
That's a wild match.
I'm rolling with Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso because I do not want the pause at all.
That's a wild matchup.
Yeah.
And you gonna be an Uso down at Houston?
Yeah, Zilla. Zilla Fat 2 gonna be at DreamCon.
Oh, that's
Oh,
fire.
nice. All right. Well,
They got a whole little wrestling weekend down at DreamCon. It's gonna be wrestling matches all weekend.
Oh, that's
damn.
dope.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah. I reposted it on X Twitter.
Yeah. Well, shit. Speaking of DreamCon, before we also get into our recommendations, hey man, if y'all gonna be at DreamCon, come fuck with us, man. We gonna be out
definitely
there.
be at DreamCon.
Yeah, we gonna be at
Hat's gonna be there,
DreamCon.
too.
Yep. We gonna be at DreamCon. If you there
Hat's
Friday,
on
because I
tour.
know some people get there Friday evening, some people get there Saturday morning. But if you're there Friday at 2:30, man, make sure you come stop by the Martian Blueberry panel. I will be moderating it. It's a showcase for Martian Blueberry, you know, a Black animated studio ran by Carl Jones and Love Jones. You know, Carl Jones, the co-creator of the Boondocks. So you know,
Remember what room it is?
room 5, I do
Got you,
believe.
Swiper.
I'll make sure. I'll make sure to put it in the
Chill, man, I got
comments.
to-
Whatever. Tell, bro, let's hear. We swipe. We hold in faith that we're gonna be able
I'm
to.
trying
get
to give her a
Stephanie
love
in.
win shirt, my boy, in a hat, nigga. Like, I'm trying to see her. She thought I'm trying
But
to
yeah, man got announced. So you know what I'm saying, that's a huge thing. So you know what I'm saying, she pop up. Like I said, we definitely gonna do our best to try to make sure we mingle and you know what I'm saying, get that geek set, Meg the Stallion moment and everything like that. But let's get into recommendations, man. I know that Didge and Picard have been gaming a lot. So I'll start with you, Didge.
My recommendation is actually not going to be a game. I already recommended. I already recommended Expedition 33.
Sure did.
So I mean, obviously you should definitely still play it, but my recommendation is going to be The Studio. That show is so damn
The Studio?
funny.
Mm.
It's on Apple TV.
I heard about it. You've been in your Apple TV bag.
You need to recommend Apple TV.
I did it before. Apple TV got their marketing is terrible. I get it, but they got so many hit shows. But The Studio, basically, Seth Rogen, he is the head of he becomes like the head of the studio in the very first episode, and now you're seeing them trying to put out this film. They're trying to put out the Kool-Aid film, bro. It's so fun. Like the antics that they are going through, so it's Seth Rogen, Bryan Cranston, Katherine Hahn, I don't know his last name. You like everybody who's on the studio, they're obviously playing separate characters, but everybody else is playing themselves alike. Ron Howard's in an episode. Anthony Mackie is in an episode. And they are so fun. Like the Anthony Mackie episode, he was doing a movie. He wasn't fucking with some of the parts, but he a producer, so he gotta kind of like stay positive. So he goes to the studio. Y'all need to cut this shit. I can't say this. This Ron Howard. I can't say it. And so they go in. Seth Rogen, he all awkward. He like, bro. And he'll say something, and Anthony Mackie be like, "That's messed up, man." He'll lean back because he's trying to play the other side. Bro, it's so funny. Everybody is so awkward in it, but it's a good time.
All right. McCarty?
Mine would be Love Hurts, bro.
Love Hurts.
Love Hurts.
It's on,
movie on Peacock.
On Peacock.
Yeah.
It's
About that
so,
Milwaukee
I
wheelchair.
actually shared the new video.
Oh,
With
I've
Marshall.
seen this, yeah.
Dog, it's so good.
I like how they
It's so
specify he's a Milwaukee wheelchair.
Huh?
Nigga, and everything is Milwaukee. The plates is Wisconsin. Like
Yeah.
they really
it's in
did it right.
Milwaukee. That's what I'm saying. But like I said, my boy Ki-Hugh Kwan can't do no wrong. Dada can't do no wrong. And I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's back in movies.
Yeah.
They got this nigga like the new Jackie Chan. I'm happy for it. Like I am so happy for it.
Yeah.
And the Marshawn Lynch, the way they had him in this movie, this is why it's one of my favorite movies because of Dada and Marshawn Lynch. Because Marshawn Lynch was actually
them
Marshawn
fight
Lynch.
scenes, nigga.
Dog.
Is next level.
Next level, right,
Yeah.
bro? That shit I shared was only a piece.
Yeah.
But I was like, bro, they got Marshall. Like, bro, did John, even for the video I showed, this nigga tumbled with dog and lifted this nigga back up.
Yeah.
And threw this nigga. I'm like, bro.
Marshawn Lynch is fun. He is funny as an actor.
That's what I'm saying.
yes, he definitely
and he had way more lines. Like they had that, of course, they were like hitmen or whatever, so they had banter.
Mhm.
But Marshall had way more lines. You know what I'm saying? Like he was definitely, he even got his beast mode in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So it's like,
yeah, fire.
it's like this nigga, like, so it's like they definitely let that nigga eat, bro. Like that's literally one of my favorite movies. Of like, it's in my top 5 list.
Okay. I've been watching this last season of Godfather of Harlem when it came back, and bro, Godfather of Harlem is such a good show because if you are a fan of any like gangster shit in general like that, like one is feeling that palette, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you know the story, like I said, because like they're taking a lot of the stories from Bumpy Johnson and this is really just a Bumpy Johnson and Malcolm X buddy pick.
Okay.
Like, so you're really getting their storyline, right? In regards to that. And even if you know the story, the way that they're portraying it and even seeing it and when it happens and shit like that, it's still leaving you shocked. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the season finale of this last season, and there's no spoiler because they show in the trailer, it's all about the Malcolm X assassination.
Oh, okay.
So even when it happens, I was like, oh, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know this happened. Like, I knew it's been leading up to it. I know the story. But the dude that's playing Malcolm X does a great job. Forrest Whitaker as Bumpy Johnson is killing it. Threw me for the loop. And like I said, getting back into it, forgetting that Vincent D'Onofrio's in it. He plays this Italian mobster.
Yeah.
And he's dropping the hard ER in this whole show.
Yeah.
And it just throws you off because I just got done watching Daredevil.
Right.
And I jumped right into it. I'm like, whoa,
That's why he's a great actor. That's why he's a great actor.
Let's not act like that. Don't sound like something Kingpin to do. That was Kingpin.
That lets you know he's a great actor. Because I mean, even in the Godfather, like he is still Kingpin.
Oh, you should like that tracks.
That definitely tracks. Like, that definitely tracks.
Well, this y'all think it's the mindset of like I just got done watching Disney.
He does.
So now I'm like, wait, well, King.
He definitely called Luke Cage hard.
That's what
Like,
indestructible nigga. Whoa,
can't break this nigga for shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you let the nigga get away. Like we shooting at him. The bullets is about to ride off of him. Fucking nigga.
But yeah, man,
out of control, man.
Godfather Harlem is a really great time. And then I think I recommended last time, but I'm still Assassin's Creed, man. Assassin's Creed is a great time, man. I'm having a great time with it.
You still ain't beat it.
I've been doing everything else besides doing the main storyline.
That's fair. I looked up Expedition 33 time to beat, and I'm almost double that. I was like, well, that's fair.
All right.
First off, I want to just say that Annabelle the Doll has been on tour.
I haven't seen that.
That shit is crazy.
What are you talking about?
On tour.
What do you mean? The dog.
I don't believe this. Somebody I think I saw something that said that it got loose.
All over the place. Yeah, now they lost the doll.
It was in a prison.
Yeah, it was in the prison.
It
It visited the plantation that burned down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been.
Thank you, Annabelle.
How they know? Like you got pictures of it?
Yeah, like it's the Lorraine's son-in-law.
You said who?
Lorraine Warren.
Yeah.
Her son-in-law has been taken.
Like he been following it?
No,
He the one that's
they have
he
it.
giving it the tour.
Yeah,
Oh, he's taking it with him.
yeah. Like they're going to different horror cons and having her up for display. to
Oh,
people
the actual real Annabelle doll.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know why I was thrown off and thinking we was in some real 2025 shit and Annabelle was showing up in places.
Well,
by
the way
herself. You know what I'm saying?
they
would be
doing
crazy.
the photos though and everything like that, you be like, wait, why is Annabelle in this? Like what? Like,
So he took this Annabelle to a prison?
Yeah. Like
Feels
all
like
the
got
haunted
nothing to lose.
places and everything.
Mhm.
Like
He ain't got nothing to lose.
they've been going crazy. They've been going crazy with it. And now she's missing allegedly. Yeah.
You missing?
Yeah, she's
Okay,
supposed to come to
so,
Chicago like June.
So he ain't keep his hands on her.
It's all bad. It's all bad.
Annabelle's
We
loose.
finna find
So we'll-
Annabelle.
So shit start getting fucked up.
finna find
Man, but
Annabelle. Beat this shit in the alley somewhere.
It's
Talking
been
about, I
it's
found
been some crazy
Annabelle,
shit
y'all.
going down. Like Marie Thoreau, her Lavreux, the famous voodoo witch. Her house burned down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So there's been crazy shit going on.
It could be
Whatever.
an insurance fraud too. Though.
Type shit.
I mean, they using Annabelle. I mean, Annabelle getting loose. I'm gonna blame it everything.
Everything.
Like, bro, you see Annabelle missing?
Supernatural happening. I'm blaming Annabelle. But I did go see Final Destination Bloodlines yesterday, and that shit was cracking.
Was it? I
Yeah.
I definitely forgot it just came out.
How? That promotion been crazy.
Going
Hey,
crazy.
they snapped for linking up with that law company.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
they
yeah.
act like for if y'all ain't know, they actually linked up with a company that moves like the actual tree logs and shit like that, and they has the actual cover of it, but of course the cover looks like like a skull. And I said, so there's been a lot of people who's posted like, yo, I'm driving behind this truck, and I'm like, bro, they wild for that promotion. Why would they do that?
Yeah, and the Shy came back. So
Oh yeah, I
check that out.
gotta get up on that.
All right, my recommendation gonna be Murderbot.
Murderbot is
Murderbot is another Apple series that's fire as hell, funny as hell. I really, like I said, I did a little review on it. I ain't gonna lie to you, I can't really compare it to anything else because they do it from like a different perspective. So like for me, I look at it like how people look at like Half Baked. Like, Half Baked is from Dave Chappelle's perspective, right?
Yeah.
But it's so much other shit going on. And the inner monologue is what had you dying.
Right, yeah.
Not what they actually got going on. Bro, literally, his inner monologue, bro, is funny as shit, bro. So one of them things, bro, you just gotta look at it from a different perspective because it's a robot.
Is it like you? Like you thinking like that? Like how you
No,
is? Like Joe?
bro, it's a robot. He's a robot. Imagine if you a robot with AI and you can go rogue, but you scared of letting people know you go rogue. Because most times those like the ones that go rogue just start killing people.
Right.
And you like, I'm aware that I can't kill people because they'll kill me.
So he's an AI with a conscience.
That's what I'm saying. So you, like you said, but you're hearing all of him, like what's in his head.
Yes, bro.
Because he can't do it. Like I said, that's like Joe. That's why I love Joe. Because all this shit that be really happening, the most of the dialogue is in his head. You know what I'm saying? That you laughing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, and that's the thing. Like the dialogue is an escape from his reality when he's dealing with the people.
Right.
Like, when he's just Murderbot dealing with the people, or whatever they think of him, sec unit, nigga, it's funny because imagine like hippies around technology they didn't even want, but they know you're rogue, but you think they don't know. So you're doing everything in your power to look like a robot, and they like, no, be human. Please just be human. They like, all he doing is like, bro, I don't trust you niggas. Like the moment if I do it, y'all gonna go crazy. I promise you, bro. You gonna love this shit.
Oh, I'm gonna check it out. I gotta get Apple TV subscription.
Well, OG recommendation, man. Make sure you go to geeksetpodcast.com. Hey, make sure you follow everybody's individual social media. Right now, Bacardi and Didge is so close to getting affiliate on their Twitch. So you know what I'm saying?
Make sure 7 more people.
Yep. So make sure you follow everybody's individual page and follow their Twitches. So, you know what I'm saying?
My Twitch to my Instagram.
Yeah, you definitely should get a link tree or some shit like that.
I got a link tree. I gotta add it to my link tree.
Make sure you follow everybody's page because everybody's dropping out content. King is putting out a lot of movie review content. Trip is talking about mad wrestling shit and more shit and everything like that. So like I said, we giving every aspect of geek shit that we can. So make sure you follow all that. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page. Make sure you go to our Patreon. Patreon.com/Geekset is one of the best ways to reach us and support us. Shop, man. As you can see, we got an abundance of hats and everything.
Dropping pretty much when we come back. This is all new hats that'll be probably much.
Yep. So you know what I'm saying? Get
come back from DreamCon.
Yeah,
so.
Get yourself right for the summer, man. Right, you know what I'm saying? Take on the summer with style. You know what I'm saying? And as always, this is the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together, and we are out. Peace. The one thing that I absolutely love about the culture is that it's still embedded in Black culture.
White geeks still rock Dunks or Jordans, and they also talk about Batman versus Superman. Batman and versus Superman is literally Brown versus Jordan.
Dragon Ball Z, that like my whole trajectory and life changed. Don't nobody talk to me. My shit is on.
We just finna experience it. It look like it's gonna be real deep.
Oh my God, this is crazy! The elevation from where King Vader started to now is crazy.
Black geek culture helped me through some of the highs of my life, through some of the lows of my life. It's always been there, sort of like an undercurrent to everything that I did.
There was no term for it. It was just, this is what I'm doing.
I love us in it. I love the fact that we take things and we always make it better.